them find an 8.
Oh,
they
wow.
can. Wow. And they hit a queen.
bingo.
Oh, they hit quads.
That's rude.
Could this be it? Could this be it? It is it. $10,000. Oh, ace king versus ace 8. There's an 8 though. It is a king.
Ball.
And it's over.
That's a magic trick.
We're alive. That's right, guys. Who needs a little bit of magic in their Monday? You? Yeah, you. Yeah, you. Well, here it is, baby. That's right. Magic for all y'all. Welcome to 888 Poker's Magic Monday, everybody. Nick Wealthall, David Chuckman here to call the action. We've got a fantastic final table in store for them, Nick.
It's the best I've ever seen so far.
Yeah.
Look at it. Magnificent.
Oh, and it looked like they were about to tease us with big blinds just for a moment there.
No, nothing's that perfect.
No, well, let's not get silly, right?
Let's not get silly. Exactly.
Let's not get silly. How are you, my friend?
I'm strong to quite strong. Yeah, good. A busy day of Nick Wealthalling about. Good to be with you and chat and to watch some poker. Always a pleasure. And we're going to give away some tickets as well, as ever. Lots of $109 tickets, David. Every time a winner.
When you say lots, like, I mean, what, like 2?
There's 7.
7? Oh, gosh.
Yeah.
I mean, how
7 people will win a $109 ticket.
How are we going to have time to, like, just have our ridiculous banter then?
Well, we may not. The priority is to make the people happy and give them what they want. Fair
enough. That makes sense. All in here with the 10s. Why not? They seem like a pretty good hand in the big blind. The chips go in. You might not know this, Nick, but I obviously care about the people that we work with. Our amazing director, producer, Wendy. That's Wendy, by the way, for those of you who are counting. That's 5 letters. It's her birthday today.
Happy birthday to Wendy.
Yeah.
You definitely don't know this about her, but she finished 3rd in a big tournament, 21,000 runner tournament recently.
No, of course I know that. I also know that she celebrated her birthday on our stream on Saturday, but today is her official birthday.
That's true also.
Yeah.
Look at this action flop. Top pair versus a flush draw and 2 overs.
Yeah, I like the queen. I like the queen jack of spades. Shall we bet?
Yeah, we can now. Now the turns come out.
I'll still take the queen jack of spades, baby.
Okay, I like your optimism.
Oh, come on.
You never hit.
Move all in. Move all in. You have 8s in your range. Lots of 8s. Come on, street better.
Show us. Way to win this.
Show us some street poker. Rubbish.
Yeah, too many outs.
Yeah, too many outs, and unfortunately, street better. I bet on you, so you're drawing dead. Second, I bet on you, you were drawing dead.
Exactly. We did get big blinds 2 minutes in, David Tubman. This is unprecedented.
Yeah. Things are looking up here at 888.
They're finally getting their house in order, cutting out the deadwood and their wider programming, that kind of thing. It's really, really good.
Yeah.
Getting the technical stuff sorted. Good.
Lots of exciting stuff to look forward to, everybody. You got the overseer and the backdoor straight draw with the ace high. Ace high, good on a paired board. This is kind of a tough spot, though, for the player in the big blind. It's one of those spots where, like, yeah, you probably have the best hand right now, but, you know, how messy do you want to get against a chip leader? You've got a lot of chips, and they're just going to let it go. I don't hate it. You know, it's like, it's exploitable, but it's just playing the hand out of position. It's like, what's next? What's your next play?
This is a very deep final table.
It is.
I haven't asked or received any information yet about how long the final table goes on. If you're new to this, we're watching on delay, obviously, because we can see the cards. But this is very deep stacked, I would say, for a full ring.
Based on the depth of these stacks, this could be the last final table of the year. Could be the last final table we ever do.
This final table could last longer than our contractual obligations.
Without a doubt. I like the full house. Amazingly, they flopped the nuts, and they're not they're not actually. They do not have their opponent drawing dead. Beer Shake can actually catch the 10 of clubs.
For the hand of the year,
Yeah.
10 of clubs.
Took me a moment to get that out of my mouth, but it's amazing. Queen 9 on a queen 9 flop, and you do not have your opponent drawing dead.
No, it's brutal. I mean, it's not because you're still going to win, but
Right. I'll listen. I'll take my chances if I have the queen 9.
yeah.
Hello, Andy Redneck. Hello, Jedimonis.
This is the Fugazi hand, isn't it? Established on Magic Mondays by Nick and Dave. Trademark forever. Even when we're not doing this show, trademark forever. Beer Shake has a Fugazi hand because they are rooting for a club, but they actually don't want one.
Yeah, the club comes off. They're just going to lose a lot more chips and probably all their chips, to be honest. If they hit a 10, they're probably going to lose a lot of chips as well. Maybe on the paired board, they don't go completely broke, but it's unlikely. We'll see what happens here. And there's a 10. We'll find out. Yeah, so they had the Broadway. They've got the nuts straight, but it is far from the nuts. They're losing the queen 9, queen 10, ace queen, and, of course, pocket 9s, pocket 10s. And there's the all-in. And I don't know.
So you're really asking, does Kipper X do this with a queen, like a bear queen?
Yeah, I think they might. I think you've got to call. It sucks. But if you're Beer Shake, it's just not much you can do on that one. I think the fact that there's trip queens out there and your opponent moved all in, you just have to call. Now, had they bet like 7 big blinds, you can just call and not raise. But I don't think there's a world where you can fold.
No, I agree. And there's obviously, a ton of bluffs as well. You'd have to be much deeper stacked. There'd have to be a lot more action to get away from that. But they literally had 14 big blinds behind. What are you going to do?
Yeah, I mean, maybe if my opponent went like 3x pot and I just never thought they were bluffing ever, and I was like, well, would they do this with trip queens?
Yeah, there's certain opponents maybe you can fold, but yeah, definitely it's a call. It sucks, but not for Kipexia.
That's exactly what they were going for when they came up with that name. They wanted that. They wanted the full stutter and everything. So if you can do it the entire show just like that, that would be amazing.
Kipexia.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
Beer Shake, by the way, didn't have a bad day. Don't cry for them. They locked up $1,263 in bounties, $800 for 8th place. So all in about $1,350 when it's all said and done for them.
Lime would like us to announce the free roll password, David.
I'll do it when I'm ready.
He'll do it when he's ready. That's what I'm being told.
Yeah, I'm ready now.
Okay, that's good.
It's like when my wife asked me to do something. Hey, babe, can you do the dishes? And I'm like, yeah, when I'm ready. I'm ready now. Okay, I'll just go do them now.
It turns out I'm ready immediately because I'm terrified.
Right, exactly. But I just wanted to make sure that we realize who wears pants in this family, okay? Right, I'll go now. I'll stop talking. Anyway, the password is first 888. First 888. As in every time with Nick and I, it's like the first time.
That's true. I'm just as attentive and considerate. I.e. not very, but it's very similar to the first time is the point.
Right. Yeah, that's exactly what he meant. First 888, you spell out the first. So it's FIRST, 888 in numbers. That password starts. I'm sorry, that free roll starts in 22 minutes. We're giving away $500 in cash.
For free.
Cha-ching.
What a result.
It's really good. I mean, it's more money than I have in my wallet right now.
Nice.
There's a chance you could win more money that's in my wallet right now. That's good news. Happy December, everybody. Hello, Chichello. Hello, 12 Pablo. Hello, Lord Grimm. And, of course, hello, Lime Ricky, our amazing moderator. Waynio75. Hello, Doc Batouche. Blarick. Who will win the Magic tickets today? Pocket Kings for that guy up top. Hi, Waiting Kathy. So I mentioned last show or maybe 2 shows ago that 888 Live's schedule and the UKPL schedule has been announced for 2026. You can look for that. Yeah, Madrid, Barcelona, Glasgow, London, and obviously many UKPL stops as well. If you've never been to any of these places, certainly worth going. A lot of fun. This week, by the way, we have future streams. Our MTT Master, they're calling him now. It's kind of like Darth Vader. Ian Simpson hosts a home game tomorrow. We got a $109 ticket bounty on his head. Josh Manley and Leo Jakura will be blasting off on Wednesday. And then Nick Eastwood taking over the stream on Thursday.
Lovely.
Yeah.
Plenty of great poker for you to watch. For the all-in-one, one payment down and never pay again, entry price of $0.
Yeah, I mean, I know there's a lot of Cyber Monday deals out there. Do you have that all over the world, or is that just a stupid American thing?
Oh, it's all over the world.
It's so dumb. Anyway, it's like the people fall for it, like, oh, look, it's such a deal. Yeah, okay. Just means it was
one of
overpriced.
those deals where you give them money and they give you the product or service. It's one of those deals. It's amazing.
Right. But anyway, but the Cyber Monday deal here on 888 Poker, there really is no better deal. It is free. We extend the Cyber Monday deal 365 days a year, folks. That's right. Every day is Cyber Monday here on 888 Poker.
That's pretty kind. Very generous.
That's what we do. What's up, Parabellum? Hello, Aratowit13.
Did you get yourself a Black Friday deal, David?
Nope, nothing.
Get yourself another TV?
Nope.
New hat?
Nope. I did buy a hat.
Ah, I knew it.
I did buy a hat. Well, you know what it was? I went online. My dad wanted a T-shirt. So I went over to the NHL.com website because he wanted a particular T-shirt with a player on the back.
Yeah.
And so I went and got him a T-shirt for Christmas. And I was like, you know what? Let's do this. And while I was there, I saw there was a good hat. And you probably were all thinking this. Maybe it was telepathic that I kind of thought it too. You probably thought Tuck needs a new hat.
You always need a new hat.
Yeah, so I did get a new hat. It actually matches my new Jeep.
How many hats do you own?
Let's see if I can do this here. I apologize, Wendy. This is going to mess you up. I know.
Oh God, you can't do that. You can't do that.
Yeah, but I did it. So on the back of my door, can you guys see that? Can you see that?
Yes.
So there's 3 different rows of hats being hung from there, and then a few hats over there, and then one on my head. So a lot.
Okay.
I don't know, maybe 40 hats. I don't wear them all, though. Which is why my wife was like, why don't we get rid of the ones that you don't wear? I'm like, well, I might wear it, though. There might come a point where I wear it.
You know your camera's now in the wrong place, don't you?
Oh, yeah. There you go. Is that better?
I don't know, because I'm not the producer whose birthday it was, who was having a lovely time until he ruined it by making her do work during the show.
Sorry. My bad. Street Better needs to Street Better. They're down to 12 big blinds. Undead Cretan, nice name, up to 51 big blinds. They are solidly in second place. And still, to your point, a lot of chips here at this table with 7 players remaining.
There are. What is the average stack? Something like 40 big blinds, actually, which is very deep. Very deep. We may be here a while, David Tom, and I hope you've got some really interesting conversation topics.
I always do. Well, we'll start it off here. I mean, very simple. Doc Matusha smells like a Lauden question, this hat story. Nah, we've done it. We've been there.
The hats have been revealed.
Yeah, plus I just kind of said I had like 40. 22 Zorro asking if my new orange hat is an Islander one. It is indeed a new Islander hat. In fairness, my old Islander hat is really ratty and old, and my wife's been bugging me to get rid of it, so I'll just replace that one. See, look at that riveting conversation.
Hat update.
Yeah. I feel like we should do that. We should have like a breaking news thing. Hat update 2025. Pair of jacks here.
I don't know that it can sustain itself as a feature.
No, well.
Yeah.
I mean, there have been a lot of things that I didn't think would sustain itself, and somehow they're still around. So, hey.
Right. Do you remember that time when you said, I'll just drive around in my car with the poker player? Like, who knew that? Who knew that? You were drunk, weren't you?
Yeah. 8 years later, I'm still doing it.
Yeah. Amazing.
So 7 players remain. The remaining players, by the way, all guaranteed 4 figures. Up top, $8,000. We started this tournament with nearly 1,100 runners, so a good turnout. By the way, the December festival is on. We got an all-in here. Queen 9 versus Jack 6. Queen is good for now. Neither player with a spade in their hand, but 2 pair. Ouch. Jacks and 6s. Lucky man and luck man die. I wish it's true. Street better out in 7th place. Luckman Die going to pick up another $40. And Street Better will take home, courtesy of the bounties and 7th place money, we're looking at about $1,800. And we're down to 6. Hello, Sleepy the Old. How are you, my friend?
Hi, Sleepy. Look at this, David.
Oh.
Setup. Massive setup.
Oh, what a nightmare for Guylan or Geelan. I mean, that's just... I mean, you get the open, you get the 3-bet on 21 big blinds. I mean, this is a hand that just has to play this way every single time. And it just sucks. And next up now, there's the queen. Look at that. Oh, quads.
Another one. Ladies, all the ladies.
Death by quads. That's sick. I mean, it's yeah, go ahead.
That is the worst thing in MTTs is when there's an opening raise, you move all in with your good hand and someone snap moves all in behind you. You are mostly dead. But no. Finds a queen, not dead.
Yeah, and it's just unlucky for both players, really. I mean, obviously, when it's all said and done, Guylan's pretty happy right now. But it's like, if you had given Guylan the kings and Brits 01 the queens, I think the hand plays out the exact same way.
Not a ton of skill.
No, not in that particular one. It does. I do remember one of my biggest scores I've ever had in a tournament. I was a $300 rebuy tournament here in LA. And I got to the final table, and we were down to 4 players. And... you know, player on the button raised, and I was in the small blind, and I had pocket 4s, so I jammed over the top of them with 24 big, something like that, right? Like a standard shove with a small pair. And the guy in the big blind beat me in the pot. And I was like, oh dear.
It's not ace king, is it?
Yeah, I was like, oh dear.
You're
No,
like,
it was
ace king. It's not.
It was not. It was not ace king. Yeah, you hope you're praying it's ace king suited, right? You're like, please.
Yeah. It's always aces or kings when that happens. When they instantly jam after you've jammed, it's always aces or kings.
I mean, it was just funny. It was like a raise from the button, and I tank for 20 seconds maybe, and then I'm like, okay, all in. And it was like he beat me in the pot, and I was like, oh, that's
very bad.
Yeah. My friends are all watching, and they're like, what? And I'm just like,
nothing. I need a 4. I need a 4. I promise you I need a 4.
Top set here. I'm sorry, middle set. My bad. Versus nothing. Kind of an interesting spot right now because Brits has 4 big blinds. See how incentivized these players are to get involved right now. Pay jump between 6th and 5th, about $600. So 6 buy-ins.
Yeah, it matters.
Moss Shark says, sorry.
What do they say? No, what do they say?
They said queens and Jack 10 suited are the best hands in No Limit Hold, in my opinion.
Oh, thanks for interjecting to read that out.
Sorry.
Moss Shark's wisdom. I don't know. I don't know what to say.
I'll take aces and kings. They can have queens and Jack 10 suited.
They used to think, according to Doyle in Super System, there was a time when they thought Jack 10 suited was the best hand. because you can make so many straights and flushes. You make big straights and big flushes, but that was about 70 years ago, I think. So.
Yeah, I mean, it was also a situation where, like, back then, I think the game has changed in the sense, like, they liked like the small suited connectors also because people could not fold. People couldn't fold one pair.
They couldn't fold one pair, and also there was so much less aggro pre-flop that you always saw. You saw the flop a lot more.
Also, like if you 3-bet with like 7-8 suited, like your opponents were genuinely surprised when the 7-7 board hit you.
Right.
Now it's like, yeah, obviously.
Yeah. Yeah, a lot has changed. Brits is all in. And they don't know it, but they want action.
Yeah, no, absolutely. I mean, they double up here, and they might see if Kylan can finish the job off. There are a couple of big bounties left, by the way. And so far, we've got nothing. Ace high is good. We've got a wheel draw for one player, and now a pair of nines. Uh-oh, and an open-ended straight draw. Brits needs an ace or a 4.
Yeah, obviously a little bit unlucky, but when you're that short, you don't have much say in the matter. Yep, they're out.
Yeah, 6 on the river, but that's a great spot for them. I mean, if they do win that and they had the best hand, they've got 18 big blinds and they're right back in. Unfortunately for them, it did not work out. They're out in 6th place. Luckman Die picks up another small bounty. We do have one biggish bounty left. Get on that in a second. Brits, by the way, with the bounty and 6th place money, take home about $1,800. We're down to 5 players, all 5 guaranteed $2,100 plus whatever bounties they have earned. There is one $500 bounty left.
Queens are being dealt basically every orbit hand, really.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's the odds, right?
Yeah. Yeah, they come out every hand. No action for Ocho Choco. Ocho Chucho?
Ocho.
Ocho Chucho.
Yeah, Ocho is like 8.
Yeah.
So maybe it's 8 trains. 8 choo-choo.
8 trains. Very good. Okay. Yeah.
Pair of aces versus a flush draw versus 10s. Not a particularly good flop for 10s. And certainly an interesting dynamic. We've gotten rid of all the shorties. Nobody below 30 big blinds right now. So if you like post-flop poker, if you like some deep stack poker, you're going to enjoy the next little bit.
Lime says she thinks it's Ocho Cho Ocho.
Right, I'm going to go with
Cho 8.
Okay.
I don't know.
I'm going to go with 8 trains.
8
Ocho,
trains.
choo.
I think 8 trains is the correct. That's pretty clear to me what they were going for.
What they were going for? Yeah.
Yeah.
And if it's not, they should have.
Who doesn't want 8 trains?
Right. It's like, listen, sometimes, 2 pair.
This is a flush. Interesting.
That is a Fugazi river card.
It is.
Just going to cost you a little bit more. And Kipixer 666 going pot. Well, is there a world you can fold for an all-in? I mean,
yes.
No, there is not. Undead Cretan is dead.
Yeah, pretty rough. I guess also if there was an element of doubt, they might be thinking the chip leader's trying to bully them there. If they felt it was a close decision.
Wow. There are a lot of chips in play, but they're all in Kipixer's hand here. So Undead Cretan gone in 5th place. They will take home about $2,600. Mm-hmm. We're down to 4 now. Everybody guaranteed $3,134 plus the bounties. By the way, Guylan with the troll, each time somebody gets eliminated, they go, thank you.
Why do they do that?
Thank you. Thanks for coming. Appreciate you. Vlarik says fast table tonight. Well, not so, it's been fast so far.
Yeah, it's about to slow down. Spoilers.
Yeah, I suspect the mayor of Tickettown has not given away a ticket yet. So,
yeah, there's action to come. Action here. Top pair for both. Flush draw for one. Now a straight draw as well.
Man, it's got everything. This will be fun, though. I mean, we got some deep poker, so. I mean, I guess the ace is relevant. Your opponent could have the ace-x of diamonds, I suppose.
It's blind versus blind.
Yeah, I'm not. And maybe it's a little bit thin. I mean, like you're trying to get called exactly by like king 9, king 8, king 10. Maybe I don't hate the check back in that spot.
I was just thinking about it, actually.
Right. I mean, it's king, deuce, 3, 4, 5. So.
Yeah. There's not a lot of king combos left.
No.
They need to have a pocket pair. I mean, the only thing that's giving me pause is they are in the blinds. I haven't seen enough of Kapixer play to know how aggressive they are. They bet the turn there, but we can see that they've got a huge hand on the turn. So, unsure.
Yeah. Both players with the ace-8, but I like the ace-8 of spades better, and I guess so does 8 trains. Ocho. It was like maybe they love the now retired Chad Johnson, former wide receiver for the Cincinnati Bengals, who renamed himself Ocho Cinco.
Did he legally rename himself Ocho Cinco?
Yeah, the dumbest thing I've ever seen in my life. But yes, he did that legally.
Well, is it more dumb than Odell Beckham saying that $100 million contract isn't as much as you think? Did you see that this week?
No. He said that this week?
He said $100 million contract, it's not as much as you think. It goes really quickly. Like you pay tax and then you only have 60 left. So actually that's only 12 million a year over 5 years.
And you got to pay your agent too.
You gotta buy clothes, dinner. Do you know what I mean? It goes quickly.
I mean, after I bought my 4th house, right, and my private jet, I mean, what else is left?
Suddenly,
then I've only got 14 million.
Next thing you know, it's just hilarious.
It's good to see that he's really in touch with just the everyman.
That's right.
Yeah, that's important. No flush here for Kipper 666, who's down to a paltry 107 big blinds now. He's probably thinking the same thing. 107 big blinds is not as much as you think it is.
Yeah, exactly. Once you paid the blinds a couple of times, it's like, what, 98 big blinds? Like,
all right.
I just like that his way of making his struggle more relatable was to say what the number was after tax, so that we could. Oh yeah, it's only 60 million. Yeah, yeah, no, that's rough.
Right, which is more money than what 99.99999% of people in the world will ever make.
Yeah, for sure. Obviously.
Yeah, just crazy. What's up, everybody? You are watching Magic Monday. Hello. Happy December, everybody. Those of you who celebrated Thanksgiving, happy Thanksgiving. I hope your Turkey Day went well. December's a glorious month, of course. Got a lot going on. For those who celebrate, happy Hanukkah. Obviously, Merry Christmas, Happy Christmas, New Year. All sorts of wonderful things going on here. December is one of my favorite months of the year.
December is one of your favorite months of the year. I mean, I feel like you're not out on a limb there.
No, yeah, I like December.
Okay, good. That's good. That's good.
Do you have at least
making random hands to go with their massive chip stack?
Yeah, and not only making the hand, but making a hand in a spot where their opponent has to like stick around. Right? Pair and a flush draw here. They can't really go anywhere. Thank you, Billy Bear. Appreciate it. Oh, raise. That's an interesting raise.
That's kind of cool.
Is it?
Yeah.
What are you trying to target?
All the BS hands that Kid picks it open on the button that he's now betting.
But they've got a pair. If they had no pair, it would be different. But they've got a pair.
Yeah, true. Maybe it's just a value bet. I don't know.
And now they go 3 big blinds.
Okay, I take back my former opinion. I was trying to get excited.
If they had no pair, I would have actually really liked it. If they just had like a random Jack Deuce spades.
That's fair.
Oh, look at that. Today is the anniversary of the day Costa Rica abolished the army. Look at this. What an amazing, amazing month this is. Pearl Harbor Day coming up. More things to celebrate.
What do they have? Why don't they have an army? Why don't we invade?
Take it over.
What do you mean? How do you abolish an army?
Let's not give our president any ideas. We know he listens to the show. If we invade Costa Rica, it's on your head, Nick.
I just think it's like a lovely part of the world. Beachfront property.
Yeah. I mean, as far as like, if there was an area I was going to take over, that might be one of them. Right?
One of my favorite things about Malta is that it has armed forces, including like a navy and stuff.
Do they really?
Yeah. I think it's got 2 boats.
2 boats.
Yeah.
You do not want to fuck with Malta, people.
You do not. You will get it. Well, a few of you will get it. Most of you will be fine. But
Right.
4 or 5 of you are in serious trouble. That's the point.
Have you ever seen 300? Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
You are watching Magic Monday, brought to you by 888 Poker. We're here each and every Monday until we're not. And yeah. There you go. Nick, what's your least favorite month?
Oh, February by an absolute mile.
Yeah.
It's not even close. Like, how is it not February? The only way it's not February is if you got a birthday in February, and even then it probably is.
Yeah, February sucks.
Yeah, February sucks balls. It's the absolute worst. Not only is it the worst month, it's one of the worst things that there is, isn't it? If we just cut it out, who would complain?
They tried to. I mean, they got rid of 3 days.
Yeah, good move.
They purposely made it. They were like, oh, what do we do? Just make it shorter. Okay.
Let's analyze February, shall we? All of the New Year momentum is long gone. It is still cold, wet, and dark outside. This is a Northern Hemisphere perspective, right? Southern Hemisphere, you might have a different, worse month.
Yes, clearly.
8 trains has flopped a set here. Everybody is still broke because we didn't make back all of our money in our January pay packet because January went on forever, right? Since we spent all our money in Christmas. So everyone's still broke. You are so far away from good weather, good times, and the next major holiday, it's untrue. And then 2 weeks in, they throw Valentine's Day in your face, the worst holiday ever invented by any culture in the history of mankind. It's a dumpster fire. The month is awful. It should be bombed out of the can. We should reinvent it.
That's great.
I'm not into February.
He does not like February. I like it.
Any others you want to?
I think you pretty much said it. That's right. That's all we need.
Awful. You're expected to work hard in February as well, and nobody is up for it. No one.
Yeah, I mean,
there's no holidays in February. There's no breaks really of any kind. It's the 4 longest weeks. It feels like it's about 11 weeks. February.
I mean, I imagine it's particularly worse in areas that it's really cold, right?
Yes, exactly.
Obviously, I'm a little bit luckier in that regard, but still, it's not even nice here. I mean, I actually agree with you that I think, Valentine's Day is just terrible.
Awful.
There's a show. Has anybody seen it? There's a show on Netflix called Nobody Wants This. Before I get to that, though, we do have an interesting hand here. The over pair versus the overs and the flush draw with the 4s in there as well mixed in. There's a bet. There's a call. 4s get out of the way. King Jack of Hearts does not get there. They give up. So this hand, not as interesting. Anyway, so this show on Netflix called Nobody Wants This. And it's a fun relationship thing about, anyway, a woman searching for, lifelong, companionship.
Very good.
Falls in love with the, least likely person in the world. I know that show's been said a million times. That story's been told. Anyway, they're celebrating their first Valentine's Day together. And he does this whole crazy thing like wake up and I'm going to take you to cooking class. And we're going to do this and we're going to go to dinner and we're going to make love and we're going to have a bathtub together. All this garbage. And at the end of the night, she just looks at him and goes, can I be honest with you? And he goes, yeah. And she goes, this was the worst Valentine's Day I've ever had in my life. And he's like, what? And she goes, yeah, she's like, what do you want to do now? He's like, I just want to go into my bed and watch some Netflix alone.
Oh,
But
I don't feel like that's a good relationship.
it might not be right. It might not be the best, but the whole point of it was that Valentine's Day sucks. Even if you are in love, Valentine's Day sucks.
I don't understand who it's for. Who's a serious question? Chat, you can help. Who is Valentine's Day for?
It is. You know what Valentine's Day for? Valentine's Day is for 12-year-old to 16-year-old girls.
Yes, I think you're right.
That's the target. Oh, and I'll include like younger kids in general, like 6 to 16, even.
Yeah,
6 to 16. Because my kid, like my younger son likes it.
Right.
Like he's asked mommy to be his Valentine. That kind of garbage.
Oh, I see.
You know?
Because I've always thought like if you're like in love, you're in love anyway, aren't you?
Yeah.
You don't need someone to tell you to be in love that day.
Well, right. And thanks. So I need to spend 4 times as much money on flowers that day.
One day, yeah. It's like completely ridiculous. And the thing that's never spoken about is how bad it makes people feel who are not in relationships or have just had a relationship breakup or anything like that. It's the middle of February and you're saying to all single people, screw you.
Well,
we're all going to celebrate our relationship.
Well, at least you can put your bikini on and go to the beach. No, it's freezing cold.
No, you just have to stare at people getting spent loads of money on for no reason.
Like I said, I think like little kids. Well, you know what I mean?
Right.
I'm not a 13-year-old girl, but I would imagine a 13-year-old girl would love it. If only if they were given flowers, right? Imagine they weren't and their friends were. Then it's the worst holiday in the world. Again.
It's the worst holiday in the world.
Yeah,
I'm going to think of some ideas to replace it.
I think I've told the story, but it's worth repeating because I'm pretty sure that Valentine's Day was the day that my wife fell in love with me. Because we're both anti-Valentine's Day. We think it's the stupidest thing in the world. So on our very first Valentine's Day, we're only dating a couple of months. I tore off a piece of paper, like just whatever, like haphazardly tore off a paper. I wrote Happy V-Day on it. I got her a 6-pack of shitty beer. I got her 1 rose. I spray painted it black and I put it on her doorstep. And that was it.
I don't even know what to say to that.
She found I am like 97% sure. She went outside, opened your door and saw that and was like, okay, I'm going to marry this guy.
You got to know your audience.
Yeah, for sure.
What about International Bed Day? I've just come up with this. I think it's quite good. So, like, it's 5 on the river here, but they were winning anyway. Small pot. International Bed Day. So it's in the middle of February. No one wants to get up and do any work anyway. So basically, if you're in love, you can, do fun stuff with your partner in bed. But if you're like solo, you can just like Netflix, onanism, naughty food, like
video game day.
Yeah. No, you can video game. You can obviously Netflix, be on your phone. Like, but there's no obligations whatsoever. Like all obligations. This is what the concept is. All obligations for everyone are cancelled for the day. No one has any obligations.
Wow.
Bed Day, February the 14th. That fucking slams. That absolutely destroys Valentine's Day.
I kind of love that, like the day where I don't have to feel guilty about spending 8 hours playing Elden Ring.
Exactly. Yeah. No obligations day. I think it's a winner.
No, I mean, I would. I mean, and if you have kids, you just tell them they're on their own that day.
That it's going to be harder with kids, but like kids get like choosing time or whatever. It's purge. It's
I could,
purge
like,
day,
listen,
Happy Ray, but without the violence.
I could put food in like the cat bowl. Just go, yeah, you're fine.
It's just like you could just be a slacker. A slacker's day, basically.
I kind of love Slackers Day, like the day you don't have to feel guilty
Slackers
about
day,
doing
that's
nothing.
it. Slackers Day. That's what it is. Slackers Day. That is so much better than Valentine's Day. It's not even funny.
You know what? Listen, I feel like if we could get the Fugazi for poker and Slackers Day were to take off, I feel like we would have done what we've come for. That's it.
Our mission would be complete.
Yeah, I feel like it would be.
Yeah.
Seven's still in the lead here as we continue four-handed. Not a surprise, things slowed down a little bit as we still have a ton of chips in play.
I think they've really picked up. I'm talking about the chat, not the poker. Should we give some people some tickets?
Listen, who am I to question the mayor?
Well, you're not. So let's give some people some tickets.
Let's do it.
Would you like to ask me a question or shall I ask you a question?
Why don't you ask me a question?
Well, I don't have one, but I can think of one. I've got one. Okay, so very simple to play. If you haven't joined us before, I think there's a couple of new people in the chat or whatever. Very, very simple. Everyone has an equal chance to win. You're fighting for $109 ticket to play poker on 888. It's a huge prize. You could be playing in a tournament like this where first prize is like $7,000, $8,000, $9,000. So this is worth winning. Super easy to win. All you do is guess what you think whoever is asked the question between me and David will answer. So you're trying to crawl inside our brains and figure out what we're going to say. So I'm going to ask David a question now. Later in the show, he'll ask me a question. The only rule you need to know is that you can only guess one time, one guess per player. You can guess on our Twitch channel or a YouTube chat, but one guess per player. Nearest the correct answer wins. 2 prizes, so each prize must be given to a different value. If 2 people guess the same value, the second guess is the one that doesn't count and misses out. So speed is a factor in the test. David, are you ready?
I am ready. I'm ready. Yeah, I'm ready.
How much money have I spent on my wife on Valentine's Day if you add up all of the Valentine's days that we've had together? How much money have I, Nick Wealthall, spent on my wife on Valentine's Day?
God.
If you add up all of the money that I've spent during our time together, Gillian calls it a small flush. Dollars, yeah, we'll do dollars. We'll do dollars. The international currency. We'll do dollars. Dave's currency.
I was going to convert too, so that's good.
No, we'll do dollars. Good luck, everybody.
Yes, good luck. Good luck.
Now, some of you might think Nick's cynical about Valentine's Day, but I'm not buying for myself, am I?
He's also a hopeless romantic.
That's true.
How much money have you spent on your wife on Valentine's Day?
In total, since we've been together. Yeah.
And there's a lot of interpretation in this, guys.
Well, there is. They need to get your interpretation.
Right.
Not much is changing on our final table here. Kippy, sir, is still massively stacked. 100 big blinds is crazy at this stage, obviously four-handed, but everyone's got chips. 100 plays 50, plays 33, plays 31. Nobody is mission critical. And if our shortest stack won a pot from our chip leader, then everybody would be within about, 15 big blinds. So this one might have a long way to run. Get your guesses in. In total dollars spent, how much have I spent on my wife on Valentine's Days added up since we've been together? What does David Tuckman think the answer is? The real answer is lost in 100 credit card bills. But what does David Tuckman think the answer is?
Let me get my answers in.
Good job, you.
Yeah. This was not an easy one, folks. I'm not going to lie. Yeah, Jamie Pugh says David is struggling. I struggled in this one. I've known Nick a long, long time. I've known Nick longer than he's been with his wife.
Oh God, that's true.
Right. So, I know, I mean, I wasn't around like the moment you met, and I certainly wasn't around each and every Valentine's Day. That'd be weird. But, yeah.
I got to ask you about this answer.
Okay.
Oh yeah, they haven't closed the contest.
Noriska's really close. He said $150 million.
That's where it went.
Yeah.
Oh.
All that poker commentary money.
Oh man, I knew I didn't have as much money as I thought I had.
Yeah.
Who do you think that? It's never the other way round, is it? You never go, oh look, I've got loads more than I thought.
Some people are guessing a lot of money, like 88,000, 11,000. I mean, even if you love Valentine's Day, I'm going to give something away here, and it's too bad. Even if you love Valentine's Day, even if it was your favorite holiday, even if you thought it was the greatest holiday like since sliced bread, it's difficult to spend. I mean, what are you doing?
The contest is closed. I'm intrigued to know how you got to this answer. We'll find out in a minute. Nothing's changed in the poker, David.
No, we're
During
just
all that time. Nothing has changed.
I mean, we're playing poker. It's and essentially it's been the same. You see, Luckman Die has kind of started to pull away a little bit, cementing themselves in second place, but not really. Obviously, Kipper 666 came to this final table as our chip leader and has never relinquished that. The $500 bounty still in play. I don't think it'll change the way the players play the game because the pay jumps are larger. Maybe if you would, normally only make the call if your opponent had 11 big blinds, now you'll make it if they have 13 big blinds. Parabellum says, is the question, how cheap does Dave think Nick is? No, it's really nothing to do with that. Nothing to do with that whatsoever. I mean, the man did say he thought it was a stupid holiday.
Yeah, but I'm not buying presents for myself.
Really?
You think I should?
I would. I would love that you walk in the store. You should actually do this. And listen, if you want to make February slightly better, because Slacker Day might take it a year or two to take off. Okay. If it doesn't take off in 2026, I suggest this Valentine's Day, everybody, go to a store, walk in there, and tell the salesperson that you're looking for something for Valentine's Day. They'll ask you, hey, can you tell them like, oh, who's it for? Can you describe the person? Be like, oh, it's me.
It's for someone I really love.
Yeah. Top pair here versus Queens. This could be trouble for our 8 trains.
Big trouble.
Yeah. Ocho
Big
Choo
trouble
Choo.
against the chip leader. This is going to be tough.
This could be. But I feel like, that might make it a little bit better. You go in and you kind of like, oh, you know what? Straight draw now for Ocho. The Queens picks up a heart draw, and maybe the third heart out there does slow things down just a little bit. Although it really shouldn't. Four-handed poker. Nice bet here by Kipper 666. I like it a lot. I think a lot of players make the mistake of checking that back. That's a pretty tight laydown from Ocho's Choo Choo. But they do let it go.
Yeah, that's quite a telling laydown. That sort of speaks to a player that wants to make sure they don't bust.
Yeah.
Now, we can see that they're absolutely right. They were losing, but at the same time, that is a pretty tight against the chip leaders playing a lot of hands. That is pretty tight.
Husi43 says, what is the special free roll pass? The special free roll password is, my friends, first 888. FIRST 888. That gets you into the free roll. The free roll has begun, but don't worry about it. Late registration is still open. good news. You will have outlasted many others already.
That's true. You're a winner.
There's always a silver lining.
Let's give away some tickets, shall we, before the break?
Let's do it.
David, I asked you how much money have I spent on Valentine's Day since I've been with lovely Mia?
Yeah.
What's your answer? How did you come up with it?
Well, I mean, I feel like you and me have been together like 13 years, 14 years?
Me and you.
Me and you. No, you and Mia.
We celebrated, we've been together 15 years.
Okay, so I knew it was right around that. I said I was like 13, 15 years, somewhere around there.
Right, yeah.
I know you hate Valentine's Day, and I know you really you don't like to be told what to do. You're not cheap at all, and I know you will, obviously just spend a lot of money on your beautiful wife and bride. But I know, probably maybe you don't want to do it on Valentine's Day. So I kind of figured there was a few years where you bought her a card. Maybe 1 year you took her out to a nice dinner. Maybe even 1 year you were like, you know what? I'll get you some stupid flowers. You know what I mean? And then you realize that this is stupid. I think Mia realized it was pretty dumb too. And you're like, listen, I'll buy you flowers in a month. I'll take you out to dinner whenever I want. You know what I mean? We don't do it on Valentine's Day. This holiday sucks anyway. So I came up with the number of $298 total.
$298. I am a deadbeat in the eyes of David Tuckman. He's exactly right. That is what he thinks. $298. Well done, David. The correct answers are Gilch76. Gilch76 said $258. And Spawn69996 said $250. So Gilch and Spawn, you are our winners. $109 tickets are yours. If you're not called Spawn or Gilch, don't worry. We've got 3 more in the show and 2 afterwards on the Poker Wheel of Justice.
Now, in fairness, there is an interpretation to this. I viewed, if it was just dinner on Valentine's Day and you were like, hey, let's go to dinner, I didn't count that in because I was like, you have to eat anyway.
True.
You know what I mean? It was like, you went to dinner with your wife. Okay. Well, you do that on a normal day. It's not that big a deal. So I did not include that. I included special Valentine's Day stuff. What would you suspect the actual number is? I
suspect you're way low. Leo's absolutely right. The man's opinion doesn't matter if the wife's into Valentine's Day. So if I didn't get Mia flowers on Valentine's Day, I think I would be.
Oh, really?
Very short, yeah. I'd be on a very short notice.
See, I always thought you and I just figured you and Mia kind of shared the opinion that it was dumb.
Well,
no,
really.
Apparently not. No. Okay, fair enough.
That is one man's opinion, not expressed on February the 14th. Right. If she asks me now, I'll express it.
Right. It's kind of like when when my wife, when I'm like, hey, what do you think about sex? And she's like, oh, I'm not into it. I just thought we were on the same page there. And yeah, no. Okay, fair enough. So she likes Valentine's Day. So how much have you spent on Valentine's, do you think?
She medium likes it, I think. She's not massively into it, but also, she definitely likes to be bought flowers and cook dinner for. So I buy her flowers and cook her dinner. But I also do that on non-Valentine's days. So.
That's what I mean. So, the cooking dinner part, is that even Valentine's Day or it's just, hey, it's a nice day for me to give you something?
Yeah, but she gets my special sauce on Valentine's Day.
Okay. It's a family show, Nick, okay?
It's a steak sauce. It's really nice.
Oh, that's nice.
The red wine, yeah, exactly. And so on. It's very, very good. Very, very good.
Fair enough.
Let's move on.
Let's do that. Hey, everybody. What's up? It's Magic Monday. We are hurtling quickly toward our first break. We lost 4 players relatively quickly, but we are down to 4, and players still have a lot of chips in play. As you can see, nobody below 25 big blinds. What's your go-to dinner? What can you make really well?
Steak. So when I was single after college, steak was my favorite food. Obviously, it's very expensive to go and eat steak, especially when you're starting out in the world. So I learned how to cook it at home. And I did lots and lots and lots of, I can be a bit obsessive sometimes. I did lots and lots of trials until I figured out how to do it well. So, steak.
Oh, that's exciting. When we come back from the break, we'll hear about how Nick makes that steak.
Lovely.
The more I learn about the game, the more I realize how I underestimated how important position really is. Position in poker determines whether you're first or second to act. So at the table, the first few positions are an early position, under the gun, +1 or 2, depending on how big the table is. And then it becomes middle position, so hijack, cutoff, button. And then you have the blinds, small blind and big blind. When I first started playing poker, I was more interested in whether my hand was good or bad. And the flop was good or bad for my hand. Did I make the nuts? Did I not? Should I bluff? Whatever. I didn't really think that much about position. I knew it was something, people told me it was important, but I never really figured out why it was important. And these days I realize that it is largely determining how big of a pot I can win and potentially lose. Playing out of position, it's hard to get value and it's hard to bluff effectively. And those are two pretty important tenets of the game of poker. When you think about playing a big pot in poker, you think about, I'm gonna have to bet before the flop, on the turn, on the river, right? You have a really good hand, you wanna make all those bets. When you're in position, you're last to act and will always get the chance to reopen the betting action. But when you're out of position, often you're gonna be checking your opponent, and that means that sometimes you get to the river and you'll be wanting to put another bet, but you're gonna check and hope to trap or let them bet, and they'll just check back and you won't get your value. And so if you think about it, when you get to the river of a decent sized pot, the pot's gonna be a lot bigger if you have the chance to bet in position versus when you're checking out of position. So at times you're gonna have to play out of position, and there are some things you can do to change your game to make it more profitable for you. One of them is to start with a tighter range. Because it's harder to bluff effectively and get value, you just wanna start with a tighter range, give you a better chance to win the pot and then win bigger pots. Other things you can do post-flop would be either to check raise an opponent more often who bets too much, or if they bluff too much, you wanna check call them and trap them with your strong hands. One of the most important ways I think 3-betting changes when you're out of position is the sizing of the 3-bet. A lot of players size their 3-bets the same whether they're in position or out, and you wanna give your opponent a better price when you're in position and a worse when you're out of position because, as I said earlier, harder to get value, harder to bluff, and so you wanna charge them more right now when you're out of position. If we're talking about overall, what's the biggest mistake people make out of position? It's playing too many hands. If you're playing too many hands, you'll say, oh, I'm getting a good price, and maybe you are right now, but the hand doesn't end right now when you call out of the big blind, or even worse, out of the small blind. You still have to deal with a flop, a turn, and a river. Those bets can be a lot, and should be a lot larger than what you just called. And yes, you're getting a good price right now, but what happens in the river when you're playing a 100 big blind pot with a mediocre hand? There are obviously a lot of tools you could use to get better at playing either in position or out of position, but I think one of the most important is just experience. And out of position for a lot of players is like other spots for them where they feel uncomfortable. And a lot of players, when they feel uncomfortable, they don't want to think about the spot, they don't want to study the spot, they just want to move on and go to the spots where they're more comfortable. But it's actually those situations where you don't exactly know what to do or where you can experience the most growth in your game and are some of the most important to pay attention to. So don't be afraid to get in the mix, play out of position, maybe make some mistakes and learn from them.
There was a point though, like 2010, you made a deep run in the main event.
Yep.
Like mid 2000s, you win an Aria super high roller. There was a point where it looked like you might be the next great tournament guy.
Well, I think that might just be a little overstated.
Okay, maybe a little, maybe like there was a short-term variance, but I'm saying there was a point there where it looked like you were at least taking it seriously and maybe this was the path you were gonna take.
I was never all in on tournaments, but obviously I was very fortunate, but I had a lot of early success, not even early, 10 years in, whatever. I had a lot of success, but I think it was just a byproduct of the time.
Okay.
Like, I also had a lot of very close misses. I think I have like 11 or 13 WSOP final tables, and I've never finished better than third. So it's like...
a lot of variance there.
Everything, it's just, back then we were very ignorant to it, so you put a run together over the course of a couple of years, and it's like, of course you're the next hot name and you're gonna be the guy who does it. But I just always kind of went back to what I knew I was winning for sure at, which was cash. Tournaments were kind of supplementing that. It's like, oh, I ripped off another 500K score. I guess that means I get to take a bigger piece of myself now playing in this private game that Ivy's route.
Right.
Which seemed like it had way, way higher potential and a much larger ceiling available than chasing down these high rollers, which I feel so fortunate I didn't fall down that path, because those guys get all the glory and they deserve every fucking bit of it, because what they do is a hellacious task. I wouldn't wish it upon anybody. They are so studied and they work so fucking hard, and they do it all for like 10 to 12% ROI on 5 or 6 million a year.
People have said this, by the way, and I feel like you've probably said this on one of your 719 podcasts.
Sure.
Where if you can be successful in that realm,
Yeah.
then you can probably be far more successful in so many other realms.
You could run a country, you could do whatever you want. Like,
Be a CEO of a company.
yeah, absolutely. They're leaving so much money on the table for the love of the game and the chase and thrill of the competition. And I don't blame them one bit. And I can't sing their praises enough, because I truly admire how hard they work and everything they do. But I also know that like their hourly is like 10% or 20% of mine, and they're maybe 10 or 20 times better than me at the game.
We're back. Hello, everybody. What is going on, everybody? It is Magic Monday. Back from the first break. 4 players still remain. A lot of chips still in play as well. We pick up the action with Guyland moving all in. Not sure you want to call it 7s, but it's close. We'll see if Luckman wants to call this or not.
Yeah, one of those that even if there's a mathematical argument for calling, which I suspect there isn't quite, players really don't like calling off chunky all-ins like that.
No, I mean, there's certainly some arguments to call in that spot, simply because when somebody does move in for that much, a lot of times it is, the big overcards or small pairs. So you do occasionally have your opponent dominated, but again, to your point, a lot of players just don't feel very comfortable calling off for that many chips. Pair of jacks with the straight draw for Ocho Chuchu. Now with trip jacks. Hello, thanks for finding us here on Magic Monday, guys. Nick Wealthall, David Tuckman calling the action, courtesy of 888 Poker. We've given away 2 tickets. If you haven't won, don't cry, don't fret, no big deal. We have lots more to give away. We have 3 more to give away during the show, and then 2 after our show. Also, can't speak. Also, worth mentioning that our free roll starts in it's already started. Late registration ends in about 5 minutes.
Can you get it together, please, David?
I'm sorry. Yeah.
Why?
Okay.
You were so good. You were so good in rehearsal. You were so clean.
I know. I got
pressure, isn't it? It's just pressure of being live.
It's a lot of pressure.
A lot of pressure.
Late registration, by the way, going on for like 5 more minutes. Password for that is First 888. Once again, that is First 888, FIRST 888.
What's the most pressure you've ever felt while doing a broadcast job?
I'm trying to think. The most pressure. I mean, it has to be going back to like one of my first jobs, I would imagine. Right? Probably one of the first times I covered the NFL.
It'll definitely be early on.
Yeah. Probably one of the first days that I covered NASCAR for Sky Sports.
Right.
Because that was the first sport I did for Sky Sports. By the time I covered the NFL, I had already been doing NASCAR for about 6 months. So I already felt pretty comfortable on the set. But the first couple of days on NASCAR, I was like, I was new to Sky Sports. I was new to NASCAR. That was definitely.
That's really hard.
Yeah, I was nervous. I was new and all. Like I was like, I was meeting a bunch of people. I had just moved to the UK, and I was like, okay. And I really wanted to live there. So I was like, okay, don't F this up. I want this job. I need this job to live here.
Such a good thing to say to your brain. Don't mess this up.
Right.
So helpful.
I had a producer at Sky Sports who I love, by the way. We're good friends now. But he wasn't a particularly great executive producer.
Who was it?
Because I don't want to say. I don't want to say. But he would. So for any of you who don't know, when you're broadcasting, a lot of times, right now that's not the case, but a lot of times when you're broadcasting, you will have the producer or the director in your ear. So I will have a conversation with Nick. We'll be like, oh, Queens versus 10-9. And you'll hear in your ear, okay, 30 seconds till commercial, we've got the B-roll clip, whatever it might be. So you literally like listening to a conversation over here while you're having a conversation with your in-studio guests. And if you're not used to it, it can be quite daunting early on in your career,
My first experience of that is in my standard corporate speech that I do. When I thought that they were talking to me, they kept saying, name the guest, who was called Paul Parker. They kept saying, name Paul Parker. And I thought they meant that I was supposed to reintroduce Paul Parker. So, like in the first 25 minutes, I introduced the guest 4 times. It's absolutely true story.
We're with Paul Parker, everybody. If you don't know, this is Paul.
True story.
What were they saying it to? Were they trying to tell the graphics guy?
The graphics guy.
See, that's that's just a bad producer, though, because that's something they don't need. You shouldn't be hearing that. They don't need you to hear that.
I know. I know that now.
Right. It's like, what do you... Like, there's like good directors and producers are like, okay, well, the talent should only hear what they need to hear. I don't want to confuse them. Anyway,
there are some presenters that work with open feedback, right? There are some presenters that like to know everything that's happening, so they know the grammar of the show. I've always thought that was mental, especially after my first issue, as I just explained.
Right. I like knowing, because the director will say camera 4, camera, that's all. I liked hearing that, because then I knew where we were going.
Yeah, exactly.
So I could see those camera feeds. For those of you who are not interested in this conversation at all, I apologize. I think it's riveting, though. No, but I think the whole broadcasting world. But anyway, this particular job, I was working with this executive producer who I said I'm good friends with now. How about a flop straight for our chip leader? With the 9-8.
Well, he needed that because he's been under 100 big blinds for a little while now, and it was getting desperate.
Yeah. Unfortunately for them, going to be difficult to get any action unless they slow play it, and maybe like a king comes off. No, okay. Oh, a club. Ocho not betting that is, again, I would have liked to see a bet there. I think out of the small blinds, when it checks through, you're the one who can represent. You have a 4. I mean, we can see it's actually really good they did not bet.
Yeah, Ocho definitely doesn't seem to.
Oh my gosh, look at this run out.
Those kinds of bets. That's useful. Yeah, I don't understand what you're checking here.
Well, I mean, it just doesn't look like you have a flush.
I don't understand why you'd ever check that card.
Because your opponent's got 9-8 and they're going to bet.
I mean, you're so lucky that they're betting their hand here.
Wait, they just called?
We are going to be here until Thursday. How can you just call? That's like.
I mean, I'm not sure Kipper's 666 is going to call the range or not with just a straight.
Matter.
It doesn't matter. Exactly your point.
You just called with the second nuts.
Yeah, I don't understand that. Checking to just call is kind of nonsensical.
We are literally going to be here. Guys, settle in. If you enjoyed the red hot chat about Valentine's Day and general broadcasting, stay tuned for section 17 of this show, where we'll be talking basket weaving and the best way to avoid puddles.
Well, that's next break. But anyway, I'm going to say this story. So I'm literally broadcasting, and it's like it's like my third day, but it's my first day that I am I'm not the guest on the show.
Yeah.
For Sky Sports, I'm actually the lead. I'm the lead host. And the executive producer of the show was more nervous than me. And he would be in my ear like, talk, you're missing it. Talk, it's it. Commercials in 10. Talk, stop talking. 9, 8. And so his like anxiety just like was so over the top that it actually, no, it was the worst thing ever. I just couldn't even imagine. It was, Imagine any, anxiety-ridden situation and then pour gasoline on it and light it on fire. That's what he did. So I had to have a talk with him, and I'm like, hey, I need you to shut the fuck up.
Stop shouting. Stop shouting at me.
Like, relax, dude. We've got this. I will say that was probably my worst show of my career. And after that, I did have kind of an epiphany. I was like, well, it's never going to get worse than that. So, until now, welcome to Magic Monday, folks. Registration for the free roll, I believe, has closed. So hopefully you are in there. Hopefully you're crushing. I'd love to see somebody win it today. Go get it. We do have five more.
We will be on air for you finishing the free roll, it looks like.
Yeah, it does. That particular hand...
It's scary.
It's not good for if you had somewhere to go. Because Ocho Chucho doesn't look like they want to put their chips in use. And the fact that they are a chip leader right now just means that we'll probably be here for a while.
Well, I'm very happy about that, David. I'm very much enjoying the chat.
It's great.
Yeah.
Like I said, I still want to hear about your steak. How do you make a steak? No, I'm actually serious now. So, for a lot of people, they're just like, what do you do with, it's steak. What do you just do? You grill it, you put some salt and pepper. What do you do with a steak? How do you make your steak? How are you so good at making steak? What do you do?
I'm not so good. It's just that back in the day, there wasn't that much information. Now you can just go on YouTube and you'll get all the tips, no problem.
So what's your...
Well, you want to take the steak out of the fridge and make sure it's at room temperature before you cook it. That's very important.
Okay.
You want to have a very high heat. Oh, yeah. And so, Leo's right. What cuts of meat? It doesn't matter how... The thing about cooking generally is that ingredients dominate everything anyway. So you can be the world's best cook. If you've got a bad steak, you're not going to get a good result. Okay, anyway.
Let's just say a good New York steak. A good steak. We'll say it's a good piece of meat. It's a good New York steak. What's your go-to steak?
So there are ribeye, but there are there are different ways of cooking it. The easiest way, which is the way that I do, is just to pan fry it. But you make sure you have a really high heat so that it doesn't dry out. You want to spoon the butter or whatever you're using over it as it cooks. Marinades are good beforehand. Forgot that. And then you want to do the end of the cooking out of the pan. So the steak will keep cooking for a few minutes afterwards. So you want to, so the mistake most people make is they take it out too late and then they can't understand why it's always slightly more cooked than they want it to be. So the easy rule, there are lots of you can use a thermometer or something for the meat, but the easy rule is to take it out before you think you should. That's the tip that I think works quite well.
There you go. It's just hey, listen, this is broadcasting, basket weaving, steak, Valentine's Day. What else will we cover on December 1st?
What else do you need?
No,
to help. You've come to the wrong place.
See, I will tell you. So I love steak, and I like to barbecue my steak. But I had an epiphany about barbecuing my steak. So what I will actually do with my steak, same thing, room temperature, all that. So I like to, I'll actually throw it on the grill, just in the very beginning of it, to get the marks.
Yeah, to seal the meat, basically. Yeah,
right. And then, but I actually like to cook it, whether it's pan-sear it or something. I do think people make the mistake of barbecuing it and the juices go through and you lose a lot of the juice. And I want that juice.
That's what I was doing with my hand.
Yeah.
I'm in a pan and I'm putting the juice back over the meat. Yeah. Important. Otherwise it dries out. Any questions, class?
Yeah, this is an AMA, guys. What else do you want to learn? Let us know.
This is an AMA. This is an AMA. Literally, this poker is so dry. It's like a steak that I cooked when I didn't know what I was doing.
Yeah. In fairness, now in my career, I get more nervous if I'm like cooking a meal. Like if I have like, 5 or 6 friends coming over and I'm cooking a meal for everybody, I'll get more nervous about that. 'Cause I want it to taste good,
Too much steak can get boring, says Andy Lardidar Barham. Andy gets bored of the steak because he has to chew a lot, and that makes him have to adjust his diamond tiaras. How do you get bored of steak?
You might be overcooking the steak if you have to chew it that long. If it's that chewy, that doesn't sound like very good steak. I would recommend getting a better cut of meat, and don't cook it as long. Because if it's a good piece of meat and it's medium rare, it should just be like butter. I mean, it should just chew done.
What's the most exotic animal that you cooked? Well, I haven't cooked these animals, but I have eaten them because there's a place in Kenya which has a game meat license in Nairobi called the Carnivore, and so I've eaten a lot of animals that you probably haven't.
Have you eaten dog?
No, I haven't actually. I
Have you had cat?
couldn't eat dog. Cat? Does anyone eat cat?
I don't know. Straight here. Ooh, hello. Hold on a second. Ocho Chuchu has got the straight. Again, though, it's only the second nut, so you don't want to go crazy with that. You can't be too cautious here. They're going to raise, though.
Here we go.
Whoa.
Action on the feature table. Suspend
By the way,
all food chat.
By the way, if you saw Ocho Chuchu, just check call.
Wait,
oh, wow.
we're
There's
good,
the
we're
all-in.
good.
Oh, Luckman Die's in trouble. That's going to be it for Luckman Die. They are out. So Luckman Die out in 4th place. Ocho Chuchu now up to 84 big blinds. They are our overwhelming chip leader as we head to three-handed play. And they are 54 cents richer. Nope, $40.54. And we are three-handed. Luckman Die has indeed died. They didn't win a bunch of bounties, just about $100 in bounties and 4th place money. So all in, we'll say $3,300. And we're down to 3 players. I was about to say about that hand, though, if I saw Ocho Chuchu just check call with the King 10 of clubs, or whatever it was, the second nuts, basically, in that last hand, if I saw them do that and they raised me, I'm not sure I would be that excited about getting it all in with aces.
It's a very interesting point and very instructive for those that came for poker content. This is it. So, listen up because
This is it.
this is it. There's not going to be any more. If you're paying attention, then you see things like somebody checking back the second nuts. If you're not paying attention when you're playing, you don't see that. And so that spot becomes very different, doesn't it? If this player just does not get aggressive. Right? This player is not raising there with a straight draw. So it doesn't mean you're folding, but it does mean you might try and pot control.
Yeah, it goes back to what you said, you said many, many times over the years, which is, you get a lot more information about what your opponent is value betting as opposed to bluffing with. When your opponent's not value betting or value raising in a spot where it's pretty obvious to, then, you can figure out that when they do raise, they're very polarized, It
actually tells you about that. But then people's values bets or missed value bets tell you a lot about the quality of the player.
Yeah.
So stronger players value bet thinner, basically. So if you want to get an early read on a player at your table, stronger players value bet thinner, weaker players don't value bet thinly at all, is a generally good rule of thumb. And that's the end of the poker.
No, that's it. That's it. Have you ever had monkey?
Is that a euphemism?
No. You said you had you went to you had game meets in Kenya. So I was trying to figure out how out there you went.
No, they didn't have monkey. So they did have snake. They had crocodile. They had all of the kind of grazing animals like zebra and buffalo and all of that, which is a bit less. It's not that less exciting, but crocodile was I felt a bit bad about eating it because they're amazing, aren't they? But then I remembered, cows are amazing, and I eat them.
Yeah, I've had alligator sausage. I would say the weirdest food I've eaten, and I wouldn't say it's weird. It's just not available in any place except the one place I was, which was I've had llama.
Okay.
And but I was in Peru. They're there, and they were like, "Hey, it's on the menu. Okay, I'll try it." Then yes, it tasted like chicken.
Yeah, it does taste like chicken.
I was like, okay. I've had guinea pig as well.
Yes, okay.
My wife has still not forgiven me for that one. Aces for 666 here. The aces are good. Boogie's had monkey. What does monkey taste like? I do find it. I listen. I do find it somewhat elitist and quite
elitist.
Well, amusing. Hold on. When people will criticize other cultures for what animal they eat, it's like, oh God, I can't believe you eat that animal. Well, you ate this animal, like. As if the animal you've decided to eat, if you decide to eat animals, right? If you decide not to be a vegetarian, vegan, whatever it is, and you decide to eat animals, as long as, it's like the fact that like, oh, eating cow and chicken is totally fine. But why would you eat that animal?
Yeah, but eating dog is awful.
Yes. I mean,
I don't believe anyone actually does. I think it's all a bit of a myth.
You think so?
Yeah. Well, there's always this idea that Koreans do. I know some Koreans, they don't eat dogs.
Yeah, I will tell you that. Yeah, I mean, I'm one of my best friends is married to a Korean, and she has told me straight out that no, we don't do that. No. A huge flop here for Ocho Chuchu. Doesn't need to get there. Open-ended with the flush draw. Simple bet takes it down, and we continue on 3 ways. Now, this is kind of another interesting dynamic because normally, as the chip leader with a medium stack and a real short stack, you could be very, very aggressive. It'll be kind of, I think, interesting to see how Ocho Chuchu decides to play it. They did raise there with the 10-6. They don't raise with 5 deuce, though.
I hope Ian and Vivian are watching the stream. Yes, absolutely. 888's vegan ambassadors. I do think eating animals is unethical. But I do it anyway. I think it's ethically indefensible.
I mean, there's a lot of things that I do that are unethical.
I agree.
And I'm probably going to continue doing them.
Yeah.
Whatever.
True. No sainthood.
Nah. Figured if there is a heaven, I'm not going there anyway, so it's all good. Just a limp from Ocho Chuchu. And as we've pointed out many times, there's many ways to play the chip lead. You don't have to be that overly crazy, aggressive player. You can be, but you don't have to be.
You'll notice we're 3-handed, and yet we still have many tickets in reserve, David Tuckman.
Yeah, I was wondering about that.
Let me put it this way. Do you have any ideas for interesting content that don't cost any budgetary amount?
I have these poppets. Have you ever seen these?
No, what do they do?
Oh, they make noise. Watch, it's really fun.
Oh God, this is going to be really. Is this going to be really painful for the audience?
No, they're like firecrack. They're like for 4th of July.
Okay.
So
all in the call.
Oh, all in the call.
Oh, don't worry. Keep talking.
Did he flop the nuts?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Wow. Queen 9, Queen 10. I saw the 10 and I figured we were heads up. Anyway, flops the nuts, doubles up. Yeah, so these are like 4th of July, like fun things where, or Guy Fawkes, you throw them on the ground and they pop. Kids like them. If the show goes long enough, I'll take them out.
Okay.
Entertainment for you guys. Again, obviously, if you guys have any questions for us, this would be a good day to ask. Seems like we're going to be here for a while.
It's an interesting flop.
Oh, yeah. That's a really interesting flop. Wow, this is a kind of cool. This is a cooler. I mean, three-handed. You expect a lot of chips to go in. Now, with these players, we don't know if that's the case or not. I mean, Ace-Jack is just so far ahead of Ocho Choo-Choo's range on the button.
Absolutely.
I mean, this really should go check, bet, call, check, bet, call, check, bet. Uh-oh. Now what? I mean, I'm just calling again. I mean, this is just a really clean run out. I don't know.
Yeah,
I mean, my opponent.
You're not interested in folding Ace-Jack here.
No, I don't think. I mean, my opponent's going to be betting like their spade draws, weaker aces. And now Kipper 666 leads out.
Ocho is going to raise.
They are going to raise this one. I'm going to say, I mean, it's a full house. They've got a full house.
I was worried they weren't going to.
Let's see if Kippers can find the fold here. I mean, yeah, they're going to fold that. I don't love playing the Ace-Jack in that manner.
Isn't it opponent specific though? I think I understand it because they just want to make sure they didn't miss value, and they think that opponent specific, Ocho checks so many rivers that they're just not going to get paid, right? And if they do get raised, they can safely fold because they're never getting bluffed. So I think that's their thinking.
You're thinking that even despite the fact that I have an ace and there's an ace on the board, that my opponent might have an ace, and if they do bet it, they might check the ace back.
I think we've seen enough to think that they would check the ace back on the river.
Okay, that's fair.
I mean, potentially reading too much into that one hand, but they have been pretty,
Nope.
Pretty passive.
Listen, if you've seen one hand of a player, you know everything about them. That's all you need to know. That's it. I've been watching this player play for about 4 minutes. I saw one hand. That's it. I can profile him, and that's done. What's up, everybody? Magic Monday here. Nick Wealthall, David Tuckman calling the action for 8-8 Poker. We still have giveaways. Free roll, by the way, well underway. Let us know how you're getting on in the free roll.
Yeah, what time is it? 9:30. So we're probably not in the money, right?
No, but we're close, I imagine.
Oh, well, how close are we to the money, free rollers? Bad luck to Vlarank and Qvi, who are no longer in the free roll. Same for Easy Gamer. Boogie's in at 356. Netting it's the pits and winning Cathy and Claudinium and Quantum Criminal are all out. Skull Mindless, are you really first or are you being funny? Also, how many are left? Claude Dennis is in at 290th. Boxwaxer is in. Ruinkind is out, unfortunately. Jamie Pugh is out. Jamie Bird is out. Sleepy the Old is in. Good luck, Sleepy. How many till we make the money and how many are left? Someone give me the deets. Nort is out. Madness is in. Thanks for playing, everybody. Hope you had fun if you're out. 100 off the money. Make sure we know when it's money time in the free roll. Good luck to those of you that are still in.
Nick, have I ever told you how much I enjoy three-handed poker?
You have. You're about to change your opinion, aren't you?
No, I love three-handed poker.
Oh.
Love.
What do you like about it, David?
I mean, you get to really, really know the players who are playing. No, I actually really enjoy playing three-handed poker.
Playing is very cool.
Yeah, it's fun.
You don't often get the chance, but it is very cool. I like any short-handed poker personally. 3, 4, 5-handed, brilliant.
Yeah, I've said this before, and I think, I get a lot of people asking me how they can improve as poker players. And I say, put yourself in situations where you have to make decisions in tough spots. And that is more often than not playing shorthanded. If you're playing 4-handed, 3-handed, not heads up so much, that's like a whole different animal. But if you're playing 3-handed, 4-handed, 5-handed poker, you're going to be in a lot of tough spots because you just don't make that many hands. And your opponent doesn't either. And, you're going to have to think, am I good here with third pair? Can I get value from second pair? Stuff like that. And I don't think it's a coincidence that I think players that are really good 3, 4, 5-handed are just good poker players overall.
I totally agree.
How about runner nuts?
How about that?
Yep. There you go. Runner nuts at the ace jack. They're going to check. They are going to, and Ocho checks it back. This is a hand I actually like checking back with the 7. Guyland just continues to troll with the random good games and thanks.
Well, poker's boring when you're the short stack. You can't make any moves. So they're just entertaining themselves, I think.
Hey, Guyland, by the way, I think it's really entertaining themselves. They have been the short stack. They came to this final table last in chips.
Nice.
So,
well done, then.
Yeah,
Persevere.
Kapixer 666 was our chip leader. Ocho Chuchu was right in the middle of the pack at the start of this final table. And as you can see, about, let's say 125 big blinds in play, somewhere around there. You have anywhere to be tonight besides bed?
I mean, there's other things I could do, I guess, but none as fun as talking to you and the chat.
Yep. I was about to say the same thing.
I can't currently sign up to this final table being crazy exciting. It did start off very exciting, but now we're just doing a lot of small pot poker.
Yeah. Doesn't often happen in online because it just goes so quickly, but once in a while we get a final table like this. Obviously, very exciting for the 3 players who are still in.
Absolutely. A lot of money at stake. I mean, this is a $109 tournament. There is $3,300 between third and first. So $3,300 is still a significant chunk of change.
I do like to point out to people because I think sometimes we lose sight of the fact that these players are playing a huge tournament. In all likelihood, one of the biggest poker moments in their career, right, as poker players. And they have no incentive to do something different to make it more entertaining for us. That's not their job here.
Beg to differ.
Now, if you're Aaron Baroni or Ian Simpson, well, then, yes, you've got to entertain us, okay?
True.
And we certainly appreciate if you ever make a final table and we're commentating it, if you make it entertaining, but you're not, you're not obligated to do that. Play your game. Good turn card here for Kapixer 666. Imagine a bet here gets the job done. No, he checks it back. Nut, no pair. And King Queen is good. Just another riveting hand. Lime, make sure you clip that one for the video later on. People will want to see that. My wife makes soup. She got this amazing book. You're talking about cooking earlier on. I bought her a book. So one of my, I will say one of the more brilliant things that I've ever done in my life is that every once in a while I will buy my wife a gift, and the gift is a cooking book. And she really, really loves them. But obviously this is a gift for me and for my family, because she'll get this cooking book and, you know, she loves cooking, but she'll then make these amazing items for me. Anyway, she got the soup book, and it's, you know, it's a different soup each day of the year. So there's 365 separate recipes in this book.
There's not that many soups.
There are that many soups. And if this show goes on long enough, I will go through each one.
Chicken.
Have you ever seen Forrest Gump?
Unfortunately, I have.
Yeah, well, there's 365 different types of shrimp, and apparently 365 different types of soup. I can get the soup book, and we can go through each one for you if you'd like.
We've talked about Forrest Gump on this show.
I know. I know. I know your opinion of it. You know, it's funny. You have a strong opinion about that one.
Yes.
And our old friend James Hardigan, also a poker commentator, I'm sure many of you are familiar with him. He kind of fancies himself as a movie expert, and he absolutely despises Love Actually. I mean, like to the point where if you say you like it, he just ends your friendship right then and there. He hates it so much.
Amazing.
Yeah, if you guys want to tweet him and say Love Actually is the best movie ever.
Tweet him and say Love Actually is better than any Bond film ever made.
Yes, do that.
Because he really likes James Bond films, which is...
I mean, they were good.
They weren't.
I mean, maybe the early on ones.
They were fun.
Yes, they're fun. Okay.
They weren't good.
Fair enough.
When you were 14, 13, they were good. Right? And they're still fun, but they weren't good films. I mean,
I don't even know if they're fun anymore. Now they're just like, come on. We've seen that so many times.
Well, there's gonna be James Bond everywhere, isn't there? Because Amazon bought it, so there's gonna be James Bond series, spin-offs. There's gonna be James Bond up the wazoo. Straight for Octo. They've made $1 billion hands at this final table.
The funny thing is, they've made $1 billion hands specifically against. Oh my gosh!
Oh wow!
They made $1 billion hands specifically against Capixer 666.
Yeah.
And yet, Capixer 666 has done a really good job of kind of still maintaining a relatively good stack.
Game Changer, you've put that as a joke. That will definitely happen.
Oh, wait a second. Is there a World Capixer 66? Oh, no, they check it back. They raised the turn and went check on the river. Another pot there for Ocho Choo-Choo. Up to 80 big blinds.
Randy Takeshi says, who's the new Bond? There isn't one. If you had to cast James Bond, but it's someone in poker, who would it be? Great question, Nick. Chat. What person in poker would make the best James Bond?
Can I? I'm going to go Aaron Baroni.
What?
Baroni.
Baroni's a family man.
Well, I mean, listen, you could go with the obvious, like Tony Dunst,
because he wears literally
his hand. Yeah, he's the WPT. He wears a suit. His online handle was literally Bond.
It was.
Yeah.
Easty would be an amazing James Bond. Imagine him turning up for briefings. Oh, this is going to go wrong. This will definitely end the world. No point doing this, is there?
I feel like Aaron Baroni. Imagine Aaron Baroni in like a tuxedo.
No, I get that. I can see that. It's just that he's a family man. James Bond has to chase tail relentlessly.
Oh, I just thought acting. That's why I just figured.
Right.
Fair enough. Okay.
Yeah. I can see it from a casting point of view.
Let me think on this.
There are some very strange nominations. I'm not sure you lot are trying. Foxon is a decent shout.
No, yeah, nobody's trying here. Tony G.
You just said most
Tony
of you
G would be a great right.
You're saying names of poker players.
Purple. That's my answer. Tony G would be the good villain.
Villain, yeah. There's some good Bond villains here.
Yeah, I can see that.
Will Kassouf, brilliant Bond villain. Just annoys people, ties people up and annoys them.
At some point, I would give in. Honestly, you try to think of like torture. You know, like what would make you give up the secret? If you just
Will Kassouf.
Oh, I would. Yeah, whatever. Here it is. Here's the code to our nuclear. Yes, done.
I'm still pissed off with Poker News and others platforming him. They were platforming him from very early on, and it is like so self-defeating for poker.
And yet, and I'll listen. I love to find people over at Poker News and Poker.org, and I've got good friends over there. But I've gotten into arguments with them because they're like, "No, we're just covering it because it's news," and I'm like, "It's poker. There's no such thing as poker news. You make it." Like it's not like there are people clamoring in the streets to hear about this, right?
Yeah,
this is not like that's not real. It's not
right.
reality. So if you write the article, it then becomes what people are talking about. If you don't write the article,
the free roll is in. You're absolutely right, David. By the way, the free roll is in the money. Just message in the chat if you're in.
Leo Gygax with a good shout out. Robin Poker. Did you say that?
Yeah, he's got the look. Congratulations to Sleepy the Old, to Morticus, to 22 Zorro, Claude Denis. Red Boy is still in. Madness. God, chat has slayed the free roll as usual. Cody Quer, Nico Poker, all in. Unlucky Gedemonus. Don't worry, you'll win a ticket shortly. Cindy Pear is in. Bucci is in. 3 Glenn, bad luck. Sleepy, yes, you are in. Dig Camp is in. Game Changer, 12 Pavlo. Huge amount of people in relative to the amount of people in our chat, relative to the amount of people in the free roll. We have an amazing strike rate. Well done, chat. You are the best.
They are, I would say, among the more intelligent of the chatters out there. A flush here for Guylan versus top pair. And Ocho it's just not getting involved. It is really, I will give Ocho some credit. It is very, very difficult to get their chips. Like if you bet twice, they're folding top pair. We're three-handed.
Yeah. And yet they're chip leaders. So who are we to say this style is the right approach for this tournament? I don't know. I
mean, by the way, both times they've folded top pair
to
a double barrel, they were right.
Yeah, it's true.
So pretty crazy.
How do you feel about giving away a ticket?
I would love to. Are we going to do it with London Things or a keyword?
We're going to do a keyword.
I love keywords.
And we're going to do one ticket because we're going to be here for another 3 to 6 days. And so we've got to spread out like men on a floating raft out in the ocean. We've got to spread out our consumable items.
Now, this is Nick looking at me going, David, stop drinking all the water.
Exactly.
Yeah.
One ticket. It's a keyword giveaway. You must be on Twitch to enter. YouTube doesn't work on YouTube. Software on Twitch is where it's at. And all you do is type in the keyword or phrase once it's been revealed to you in the chat. You can copy the person above you, copy line. Very easy to play. You're playing for $109, as we see, Capixo, who's only got 13 big blinds. Whittled down.
Well, I mean, they just keep getting coolered.
Are there any other rules? No, there aren't really. Just type in the keyword and you're good. Somebody's going to win a $109 ticket. Huge prize for not very much. The keyword is, I can't remember. It's so long ago, Lime, that you told me what it was. Ocho 8. Ocho 8. Ocho. Put it in the chat line. Brilliant. Ocho, 8, Ocho. In honor of Ocho, Ocho.
Okay. I can dig that. Get your Ocho 8 Ochos in there. So get your 888s in there. Get it? A lot of 8s in there. Queen high, flop, nothing going on for either player. Got a straight draw versus ace high. Ace high is good for now. Three-handed. We continue on. If we do somehow make it to the next break, I am going to bring the soup book back with me.
Around the world in 50 soups.
Yeah.
Around the world in my favorite 50 soups with David Tuckman.
There you go.
That's what happens if we get three-handed poker for another 2 hours. So stay tuned or not. Your choice.
Yeah.
Ocho 8 Ocho. You should have put it in the chat. Copy and paste it. Type it. Doesn't matter. You must be on Twitch to play this game. 888 Poker TV. Type Ocho 8 Ocho. Somebody's going to win $109. Tournament ticket.
Yeah. Ocho Choo Choo, by the way, can be extremely aggressive right now with the next biggest stack at 25 big blinds and a big pay jump between second and third. We're talking $1,600. You're talking about a great situation. There's the all-in from Capixer 666, and I just think you stay aggressive, and when your opponent actually, battles back, you let it go. Ooh, we could see and probably should see an all-in here.
Of course it is, because we've got a thing to do. Our winner is Codica. Well done.
How did the chips not go in? I don't understand what's going on here.
The chips don't go in, David. That's not a thing that's happening at this stage of the game. It's more of a graduated approach.
Yeah. Okay. Wow.
What time does the Patriots Giants game start? Because I thought I'd definitely be able to watch the start of it.
Yeah. I mean, I've got a cash game to commentate on in 4 hours.
Okay, we're in trouble. Ship it indeed, Codica. Well done, you. Enjoy your $109 on ticket. Turn it into tens, hundreds, thousands of dollars, and then tell us about it.
As always, by the way, if you win a ticket, make sure your whispers are not set to private. Make sure Lime Ricky can get a hold of you to get you your ticket. Yeah, apparently you have 3 hours before kickoff.
I got 3 hours. Okay.
It's like 50-50 right now. I'm not sure.
I've made a tremendous comeback in my NFL fantasy league, David.
Well done, you. Well done,
Thank
you.
you.
Are you going to make the playoffs?
I have to win next week, but I'm a solid favorite to win next week.
Nice.
So
who's your who have you been who have you made a comeback on? Whose shoulders have you been standing on?
I did an ungodly amount of trades. So my team's been like a turnstile because I had a crappy draft, then people died. So I've made a lot of trades, but I've got Jonathan Taylor.
Wow, you were able to turn your crappy draft and dead people into Jonathan Taylor.
He was the only person that I drafted that I still have.
Okay.
So he's been the rock on which I've built my. But I was 1-4. So if I make the playoffs, I've been very lucky.
That's a good rock to have.
I know. Although I think he's a bit tired now. He seems a bit more tired. He's done a lot of running.
Unfortunately, my team was the preseason favorite, and amazingly,
horrendous luck, didn't you?
Yeah, amazingly, I am going to turn a preseason favorite into the number one pick in next year's draft.
Oh no!
Because I do play one of those stupid keeper leagues.
Yeah, but who did you lose? You lost.
I lost. I mean, I didn't lose, but I lost.
Tyreek Hill.
I lost Tyreek Hill. I lost George Kittle early. I lost Bucky Irving.
Oh my God.
It was just lots of little things like Jamar Chase. I didn't lose him, but Joe Burrows got hurt. So then he
Yeah.
became not as good. Little things like that.
If we started a
what it
Magic
is.
Monday fantasy league, NFL fantasy league, who would play, chat?
Me and you,
Yeah, me and you.
Lime. Wendy
Is-
loves football.
Is Lime going to play?
Lime would play. Of course she would.
I don't think she likes NFL.
No, but she likes us. I don't even like NFL anymore. It's not nothing to do with NFL. It's just we're having fun. You know, it's like going to the pub with friends.
That's true. Happy Ray says, can we get onto the soup, please? Box Waxer would play. You're in, Box Waxer.
Hey, listen, we have teased this. I don't want to give it all away early, okay? The soup book is coming back after the next break. I'm assuming we're getting there at this point.
I think that would be a correct assumption. Wait, by next break, which one do you mean?
Oh, no.
Have we ever had a 4-part show?
Really?
Don't look at me like that. I'm asking, have we ever had 3 breaks?
I mean, for just a normal Mystery Bounty main event?
Yeah.
I don't think so.
Well,
Well, I'm just going to come out and say it right now. If we go 4 parts today,
yeah,
I'm taking 2026 off.
that seems fair.
Okay? I will have done my part. I'm taking 2026 off.
That's very, very fair, David. And you have been an absolute
warrior?
stalwart, a warrior.
Yeah. Ace King versus Ace King.
Oh, free roll? No,
No.
free roll. A pimple of excitement.
Yes. Popped. Before we get there. Hello, everybody. What's going on? We're going to do like double chat outs today. We still have giveaways, guys. Don't worry. Still have 2 more $109 tickets to give away during the show, and then 2 at the end of the show. Can we do the Wheel of Justice during the show?
Yeah, we definitely will, actually. No, I mean, serious. We're definitely going to do that.
Okay. Just spin the wheel.
I don't know how we do that graphically, but we're going to have to. Otherwise, people are just going to, like, there's going to be less people watching this than I've had in bed, to be honest, if we don't do something.
Quads. Second time we've had quads today.
Yes. 3 quads in one show, and everyone gets an 888 t-shirt. So we're just 1 quads away. I'm trying to keep them watching.
I love this. Kipper666, by the way, did everything they possibly could. Like, okay, come on. I hope you get something. Get something. They finally got something. Oh, they got to check again. Look at this. Cagey. What? Guyland checked it back?
How can you not bet? Can they see the cards?
How does Guyland not bet?
That's what I meant. How can you not bet an ace on the end? That was really atrocious.
I mean, it went check, 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 check.
I mean, that's not betting the ace there is really like it's like you've gone to sleep.
I mean, you're just like, well, you know what? I'm pretty sure my opponent must have trip 9s right now. Or quads. Wow, Sleepy the Old is about to start a second bottle of wine. Oh, gosh. Sleepy the Old is going to be sleeping the old.
Can I just check? Are there any kind of compliance problems if I have a glass of wine while we're doing this?
I don't think so.
I bet there are.
I'm sure.
If I drink on the stream, I bet we're in trouble.
What's the worst thing that can happen? Randy Tegrity is still calling. Soup book, please. We are.
He'll get the soup book in the break, all right? We'll do soup.
I know. People are so excited about the soup.
Lime's very positive about me drinking on stream. Just reading between the lines, she's saying, sounds good.
Yeah. We used to, it's funny, when I covered the World Series of Poker, we got a flush here versus a pair of 10s, what was top pair. When I covered the World Series of Poker on a, I would say, kind of a more informal basis. Like it was just like, we would stream it. It was just drunk people would just come in. Like I didn't have to I wasn't inviting people into the booth. It would be whoever walked by. And I would have Mike the Mouth or JRB or whoever walk in and just be like, hey, Chuck. I'd be like, oh, come on in here for 30 minutes. And they would commentate with me. And it was really it was fun. For those of you who remember that, you might really have enjoyed that. It was like the Black Booth Mojo. I did it right from the floor at the Rio. Yeah, I did it right from the floor
I remember
at the
the
Rio.
actual booze. I saw the actual booze live.
More
about the booze and more
soup when we come back.
The more I learn about the game, the more I realize how I underestimated how important position really is. Position in poker determines whether you're first or second to act. So at the table, the first few positions are an early position, under the gun, +1 or 2, depending on how big the table is. And then it becomes middle position, so hijack, cutoff, button. And then you have the blinds, small blind and big blind. When I first started playing poker, I was more interested in whether my hand was good or bad. And the flop was good or bad for my hand. Did I make the nuts? Did I not? Should I bluff? Whatever. I didn't really think that much about position. I knew it was something. People told me it was important, but I never really figured out why it was important. And these days, I realize that it is largely determining how big of a pot I can win and potentially lose. Playing out of position, it's hard to get value and it's hard to bluff effectively. And those are two pretty important tenets of the game of poker. When you think about playing a big pot in poker, you think about, I'm gonna have to bet before the flop, on the turn, on the river, right? You have a really good hand, you wanna make all those bets. When you're in position, you're last to act and will always get the chance to reopen the betting action. But when you're out of position, often you're gonna be checking your opponent, and that means that sometimes you get to the river and you'll be wanting to put another bet, but you're gonna check and hope to trap or let them bet, and they'll just check back and you won't get your value. And so if you think about it, when you get to the river of a decent sized pot, the pot's gonna be a lot bigger if you have the chance to bet in position versus when you're checking out of position. So at times you're gonna have to play out of position, and there are some things you can do to change your game to make it more profitable for you. One of them is to start with a tighter range. Because it's harder to bluff effectively and get value, you just want to start with a tighter range, give you a better chance to win the pot and then win bigger pots. Other things you can do post-flop would be either to check raise an opponent more often who bets too much, or if they bluff too much, you want to check call them and trap them with your strong hands. One of the most important ways I think 3-betting changes when you're out of position is the sizing of the 3-bet. A lot of players size their 3-bets the same whether they're in position or out, and you want to give your opponent a better price when you're in position and a worse when you're out of position because, as I said earlier, harder to get value, harder to bluff, and so you want to charge them more right now when you're out of position. If we're talking about overall, what's the biggest mistake people make out of position? It's playing too many hands. If you're playing too many hands, you'll say, oh, I'm getting a good price, and maybe you are right now, but the hand doesn't end right now when you call out of the big blind, or even worse, out of the small blind. You still have to deal with a flop, a turn, and a river. Those bets can be a lot, and should be a lot larger than what you just called. And yes, you're getting a good price right now, but what happens in the river when you're playing a 100 big blind pot with a mediocre hand? There are obviously a lot of tools you could use to get better at playing either in position or out of position, but I think one of the most important is just experience. And out of position for a lot of players is like other spots for them where they feel uncomfortable. And a lot of players, when they feel uncomfortable, they don't want to think about the spot, they don't want to study the spot, they just want to move on and go to the spots where they're more comfortable. But it's actually those situations where you don't exactly know what to do or where you can experience the most growth in your game and are some of the most important to pay attention to. So don't be afraid to get in the mix, play out of position, maybe make some mistakes and learn from them.
There was a point though, like 2010, you made a deep run in the main event.
Yep.
Like mid 2000s, you win an Aria super high roller. There was a point where it looked like you might be the next great tournament guy.
Well, I think that might just be a little overstated.
Okay, maybe a little, maybe like there was a short-term variance, but I'm saying there was a point there where it looked like you were at least taking it seriously and maybe this was the path you were going to take.
I was never all in on tournaments, but obviously I was very fortunate, but I had a lot of early success, not even early, 10 years in, whatever. I had a lot of success, but I think it was just a byproduct of the time.
Okay.
Like, I also had a lot of very close misses. I think I have like 11 or 13 WSOP final tables. I've never finished better than third, so it's like...
a lot of variance there.
Everything, it's just, back then we were very ignorant to it, so you put a run together over the course of a couple of years, and it's like, of course, you're the next hot name, and you're going to be the guy who does it. But I just always kind of went back to what I knew I was winning for sure at, which was cash. You know, tournaments were kind of supplementing that. It's like, oh, I ripped off another 500K score. I guess that means I get to take a bigger piece of myself now playing in this private game that Ivy's route.
Right.
Which seemed like it had way, way higher potential and a much larger ceiling available than chasing down these high rollers, which I feel so fortunate I didn't fall down that path, because those guys get all the glory and they deserve every fucking bit of it, because what they do is a hellacious task. I wouldn't wish it upon anybody. They are so studied and they work so fucking hard, and they do it all for like 10 to 12% ROI on 5 or 6 million a year.
People have said this, by the way, and I feel like you've probably said this on one of your 719 podcasts.
Sure.
Where if you can be successful in that realm,
Yeah.
then you can probably be far more successful in so many other realms.
You could run a country, you could do whatever you want. Like,
Be a CEO of a company.
yeah, absolutely. They're leaving so much money on the table for the love of the game and the chase and thrill of the competition. And I don't blame them one bit. And I can't sing their praises enough, because I truly admire how hard they work and everything they do. But I also know that like their hourly is like 10% or 20% of mine, and they're maybe 10 or 20 times better than me at the game.
Welcome to Magic Monday. And it is becoming, dare I say, less magical by the minute, Nick.
Oh, no. Don't say that. Never say that.
No, of course not. It's magical anyway. That's right, guys. We get giveaways. And of course, hey, I have a feeling we might be here to actually see the champion of the free roll. I do hope it's somebody from our chat. Nick Welthall, David Chuckman here for 888 Poker. We are still three-handed as we head into the third hour of play. Yes, we have been here for over 2 hours now. Emilion 41K says it's already Magic Tuesday here. Well, there you go. Good news, everybody. Like all of you, I hope. I brought some Goo Goo Nashville hot cheddar popcorn to keep me occupied. I've got some popcorn as well.
Nice.
Yeah,
You got snacks.
I've got snacks. I figured I'm going to be here. For those of you who want, I've got the Soup of the Day book.
Hooray.
Yep, we'll go through soups, and if it continues on, I figured I could read a good book to everybody.
What's that?
A Separate Piece by John Knowles. No, you don't know it?
I think maybe we'll stick to the soup.
No, I just thought I could start it on page 1. Here, let's go. You ready? Page 1, John Knowles, A Separate Piece. Introduction. I think we ought to bomb the daylights out of them. No, you don't like this? It's not working for you?
That sounded not like the tone we're trying to set. It didn't sound magical. It sounded bad.
Fair enough, fair enough. Good book, though. Highly recommend. Separate Piece, if you've never read it.
Dave's Book Club. Dave's Book of the Month.
There you go.
I really must read a book again.
Again?
It's been a while.
I will tell you what I'm doing with my kid, my 12-year-old son right now, and I'm really enjoying it. I'm enjoying this time of his life, by the way, as we continue on three-handed. We are watching the poker, and if anything happens, it won't. If anything happens, we'll turn our attention to the poker. Nothing's going to happen. But I promise you, we still have giveaways. Don't go anywhere. I'm enjoying this time of his life. I mean, I've enjoyed every time, but this time I really enjoy because he's old enough now, and he's an avid reader, and he loves Stephen King. So, right. So we drive a lot because I drive him to hockey a bunch, and we travel all over Southern California. So we drive a lot, and we've decided, we'll chat for a few minutes, and then we put on an audiobook to listen to together. And it's kind of really been nice. Like we listen to audiobooks together, me and my son, and we kind of share it. It's kind of cool. Our latest one we are listening to, if you're a Stephen King fan, you'll know, is Salem's Lot, which is quite scary.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How old is your kid?
He's 12, this one.
Oof.
It's a fun age.
He can have nightmares.
No, he's at the age where he's already like he's read a bunch of those. He likes Pet Sematary. I mean, we do not listen to it when the 8-year-old is in the car. But the 12-year-old quite enjoys this kind of stuff. And I will tell you, it's nice because, after like 10 minutes of chat, you really don't have much to say. That's it. The conversation's over. So
I can see that.
yeah. So I was thinking, if we run out of things to say, we can put on an audiobook here.
Just sort of wander off.
Yeah.
Or we just sit here listening like this.
Yeah, possibly. If it's a good book, why not, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, there are players who are actively trying to play big pots, and then there are players who are, actively trying to keep pots small. We have 3 players at this table who are all actively trying to keep pots small, which is why, 125 minutes in, we're still here.
Yeah, it's just, I mean,
yes, well said.
it's just, it's hard to, obviously they're playing for significant money in terms of their poker. And also, obviously, as you said earlier, it's not up to them. It's not up to us how they play. They're their chips. One of the great things about poker is the fact that they're your chips and it's your decision. But they are trying to kind of, I don't know, hope that the poker tournament lands in their lap rather than trying to win the poker tournament, I would suggest.
Yeah, it's kind of a weird thing because I think there's a misnomer in the sense that people think, well, if I survive longer, it'll just come to me. And that's not how poker works, especially at this point of the tournament. No, you just need to accumulate all the chips. That's the game. And if you don't accumulate chips, you will not win. That's it.
And it's especially true if your opponents are playing in any way, if they have any kind of tendency that is far from standard, then you can take advantage of it by doing the opposite. So Gillian currently is very short stacked, so it doesn't apply. But in general, if people are being very passive, there's a lot of dead money for you just to pick up. But none of the players have changed gear in that way.
No. But to your point, I mean, Guyland there earlier on, just a few moments before the break, hit an ace on the river on like a 9-9 queen, whatever board. Now, it turns out that their bet, they would have just lost those chips because they were up against quads. But over the long run, that's just going to cost them a lot of chips.
Yeah, that was really bad. No offense to the player, just judging it as a poker action. That's just really bad. You can't check that back.
Yeah, there's no other way to say it.
You're just leaking chips by doing that.
And that's a lot of poker. Would you like to?
Integrity says, what are the first few soups? So let's have the first 5 soups, Dave, and then we can all vote on which of the 5 sounds the most appealing.
Okay, well, give me a month. Give me a
ready.
month and a day. It's January through December, folks. I'll just throw it out at you. What day do you want to hear?
Well, we need like 5. Can you just give us 5 soups?
Okay, well, just randomly. Okay, we'll go. Let's go. January.
This new Frost Mage says finally.
Okay, January 28th.
Yeah.
January 28th, we have a leek and potato soup with blue cheese.
Oh, that's very robust. Yeah. Next.
Yeah, I mean, it's a hearty, thick soup, I imagine.
Yeah.
Sounds like it's a winter soup, right?
Yeah.
We're gonna go ahead though, and go to March.
I'll sum these up. Yeah, go on.
Where we've got how about a March 15th soup? The Ides of March, of course.
Oh yeah.
A miso soup with shrimp and pea shoots.
Shrimp and pea shoots. Yeah.
Do we like that? I don't know.
Yeah.
Okay, we're
I
gonna
like
head.
all of them. Yeah.
Okay, so far. Okay, we're gonna head to June. June 12th, my friend. How about a spicy coconut broth with udon noodles and shrimp?
Spicy coconut.
It almost sounds a little Thai, right?
Yeah, it does.
Little Thai.
Very Thai. A little bit of taste of the Orient. Exactly.
I'm not hating that. Okay. How about this one? How about on August 13th, right? We're getting the dog days of summer, right?
Controversial.
Maybe a little bit hot, and you're like, I don't want soup. So you know what we've got for you here? We've got a chilled yellow gazpacho with a lemon basil ricotta.
Gazpacho with ricotta.
Yeah, a little sprinkled ricotta on top.
Okay, and then give me today's soup, the 1st of December.
Ooh, December 1st. Hold on.
For our 5th.
December 1st, we have, a tomato soup with smoked paprika and bacon.
I like that one. That sounds good.
Yeah, there you have it. Those are just 5 random soups. And this is literally the soup of the day, 365 recipes for every day of the year. So I bought this for my wife in what I imagine just a brilliant move by me, because you can see she's marked them up from the soup she's made and the ones she likes and the ones we like. So I'm a lucky man. Not only does my wife make the soup, she also makes homemade bread. So she'll make the homemade bread and the soup. It's a great pairing. All
Thanks,
in and a
David.
call.
All in a call.
And the 9 plays.
It does.
Okay, so Kipper 666. Yeah. So Guyland now up to 30 big blinds. Kipperxer 666 now on fumes, just 10 big blinds.
We are setting up a poll on the 5 soups, yes.
Ooh, I
It's
like
important
this.
that we know which soup our chat prefers so that Molly can then make it. And next week, we can do a live tasting. All in a call. Ace 10 is in trouble. Kipixer, long-time chip leader.
We're heads
staring death
up.
in the face.
We are heads up. We are no longer three-handed, everybody. It is truly a magical, magical moment here on this day. Ocho Choo Choo up to 67.5 big blinds. They're going to pick up another 54 cents, which means, by the way, our final 2 bounties, one of these players has got $500 and the other one's got $140.
Wow.
So this heads-up battle, which is
Not
normally worth about
much.
$1,700, is now worth about $2,300.
Gotcha. Jillin came into this final table as our short stack. Not that common to take the short stack and actually make it to the heads up.
Yeah, and they are about a 3-1 chip deficit, so I don't expect this to go on very long.
No, should be over momentarily. Should
Yep.
be spinning that wheel of poker justice before you can say, I'd like a hot soup with a shrimp and a ricotta on it.
Yeah. If this were a movie, you'd be cutting to you and I getting old. Right in front of your own eyes.
Net Jam with some good news. Just
What
to
is
say,
that?
I played this tournament with the ticket I won on the Wheel of Justice, and I finished 135th for $106.
Ah,
The Choose Your Soup poll is now live.
that's
David
amazing.
Tuchman, Choose Your Soup is now live in chat. Vote your soup.
Vote your soup, everybody. I love it. I love it. I haven't had all the soups that I mentioned, but I've had a couple of those. The chilled yellow gazpacho soup was
Have you
actually quite
voted?
delicious.
I voted tomato with paprika and bacon.
I voted for the yellow, the yellow gazpacho. It's quite delicious. Ned, this is
very
not part of the
exciting.
poll. This is not part of the poll, but Nettie did want to know, since we were talking about it earlier, what the soup was on Valentine's Day. It is a celery, leek, and oyster bisque.
Celery, leek, and oyster bisque.
Yeah, I imagine oysters are kind of an amorous food, right? People think.
Okay. Yeah.
Maybe that's the thought process behind that.
Yeah, when I put a semi-live mollusk in my mouth, I do think about sex every time.
Right. More importantly, does your wife?
Hey, this is very exciting. This is the most excitement that there's been for an hour.
Let's see it. Who is going to win this poll?
Miso has a slender lead. Miso has a slender lead. Leek, potato, and tomato and paprika joint second place. Spicy coconut third. And gazpacho and ricotta a distant fifth.
They're coming around the first corner.
Vote now. Many of you have not voted. Many of you have not selected your soup. This is your one chance. Vote your soup.
Vote your soup. Have you ever thought about if poker commentary doesn't work out for you? Have you thought about calling the ponies? You could be, one of those horse track guys.
I'd rather call soups.
Fair enough.
This is very exciting. Tomato and Paprika making a run. Level you devils with miso and shrimp. And now we're on a 3-way tie with leek and potato. This is unbelievable stuff. I don't even know how long this goes on. How long does the poll go on for?
Keep it going forever.
Choose your soup. Many of you have still not chosen your soup. I can see how many viewers there are. I can see how many votes there are. If you haven't chosen your soup, what are you even doing here?
Come on, people.
Oh, this is a very strong run from Tomato and Paprika. They're up into the lead by a clear neck from miso and shrimp, leek and potato. The early pace setter looks to be struggling now. Spicy coconut, not dead. Gazpacho and ricotta, maybe time for the blue screens and the rifle. Tomato and Paprika still ahead, 11 to 10. This is very close.
I'm the only one who voted for the gazpacho and ricotta?
You and 2 other people.
Oh, that's pathetic.
They don't want an August soup, David.
You know what? I get it. It's December. It's hard sometimes in the middle of December to think I'm warm.
Guys,
right?
you don't vote in the chat. You vote in the poll.
Yeah, there's a poll on top, guys.
It's a poll.
It's really
Miso
easy.
Shrimp.
You just got to press the button and then press the vote button. That's it.
I'm just a man shouting.
This couldn't be easier.
Miso and Shrimp took a 2-vote lead, but Tomato and Paprika reins them back in. These look like the likely favorites.
Oh gosh, I mean the coconut the miso is that's strong. The tomato paprika bacon is you're not gonna go wrong with that.
I know. I mean, I voted that. I'm pretty excited.
If you couple the tomato paprika bacon soup with a grilled cheese on the side, I think you've got something going on there.
That would be nice. I would like that. Any winter's day, I'm going to be delighted with that.
Yeah, you dip the grilled cheese into the soup.
Spicy coconut, I thought would do better because we've got a lot of UK viewers, and I just thought a bit of spice. I thought they would like that, but it's actually in 4th.
Yeah, you think?
Gazpacho, I'm not shocked by that coming last. I mean, you are a sophisticated gentleman, but most of us.
No,
we can't do a cold soup,
No, what's the point of that, right? If I want that, I'll have juice. I get it. Listen, living in LA in the heat of August when it's 95 degrees, or I should say when it's like 38 degrees outside, hot soup is the last thing I ever want then. So a nice cold, spicy soup is delicious. Anyway, I certainly understand it, though. We did get a 4th vote in there for gazpacho. Go gazpacho. Meanwhile, while we talk about the obviously very important soup race.
Yeah.
The heads-up battle has drawn nearly even. In fact, Guylan pulled ahead of Ocho Chuchu. Yes.
I'll tell you how unlikely it is. It's like spicy coconut taking the lead. That's how unlikely it is.
Yeah.
What Guylan's just done.
Guylan was at a 3-1 chip deficit. The poll ended. That's it. We've ended it.
It's time limited, and we do have a winner. Let's do it in reverse order. Everyone knew it was a mistake. It's a summer soup. There is no such thing. Gazpacho and ricotta. David Tubman liked it. No one else did. It finished 5th. Spicy coconut. Slightly surprising that the spice didn't appeal to our spicy chat, but that finishes 4th. Leek and potato, robust, but maybe not the flair you need to win a poll like this, comes in 3rd. Miso shrimp, it's avant-garde, it's cutting edge, it's exciting, but it's just pipped at the post by the super solid, backed by yours truly, tomato, paprika, and bacon. And David Times added a grilled cheese on the side. Americans have to add grilled cheese. It's in their DNA. Tomato and paprika is your winner. That's what Molly's going to be making for us this week. We will get a live taste test of it this time next week on Magic Monday.
If somebody can clip that for me so I can send it to my wife, that would really appreciate it, because if I have to do the asking. But if Nick asks, she'll do anything for Nick. For me, Molly, not so much.
Please make the tomato, paprika, and bacon so we can do a live taste testing. Thank you.
I would love that. By the way, it happens to be the soup of today.
What is?
That's the December 1 soup.
In the menu. Okay, fine. There we go.
Yeah, it's just, according to them, classic tomato soup gets a punch with smoked paprika and crumbled bacon. It's just, it's the way to go.
Sounds
Okay,
fabulous.
well, clearly my wife's going to have it for us next week. And I fed
that was possibly 10 of our best ever minutes.
it was good stuff. I'm not sure how I can get the soup to you, but we'll figure that out. We'll figure the logistics out.
Well, unfortunately, you and anyone else in your house is going to have to be very descriptive and take us all through it, I think.
I'll make it happen. Or you can come over.
I would love that.
There you go. Make it happen.
Where are you going, Nick? I'm going to Heathrow because I've got to do a live soup test for Magic Mondays.
Yeah, that's great. Are they paying you for that now?
No, it's just something that we have to do for the show.
We need to do it. Jacks here versus nines. I mean, heads up, both players have huge hands. So Guyland, not betting for value earlier, does get full value out of this one. I like it. And they now with about a 2-1 chip lead.
Apart from that ace on the river, which obviously was reprehensible, we don't know tons about Guyland's poker because they've been short stacked all day.
And the crazy thing is, if that was a one-off, is there a chance that they just had some sort of really weird intuitive read?
Yeah. Or they just decided to be really, really tight until they were heads up. Who knows? Who knows? Let's see what happens from here. That clip is in chat, David.
Oh, that's amazing.
Oh, it's important.
It says something went wrong. We couldn't find that clip. This is actually great. Leo Gygax says, David, can you go cook and show us the best soup? I will see if I can film. My wife's going to cook it. Let's be honest. If I cook it, nobody wants to eat it.
Yeah, I thought the whole point was Molly's good at soups. That's how we got into this.
Exactly. I mean, there's 365 soups in here. Like I said, she's probably made about 75 or 80 of them, somewhere in there. She has. I made none.
There you go.
I've eaten every single one of the soups she's made, though. One of my favorites, by the way, in this book, we didn't say it, was a very simple potato leek with pancetta.
Mm. Very nice.
That is delicious. Very good winter soup.
My mother-in-law for Christmas Day dinner cooks a amazing pumpkin soup.
Oh,
it's fantastic. I
love pumpkin soup.
So good at it. And one year, about 3 or 4 years ago, she didn't make it. She made a different soup, and it was close to anarchy. People were livid. She made some Thai type soup because she, quotes, wanted to do something different. People were furious, David.
Yeah, I mean, what are you doing there?
What are you doing? Right. Yeah.
Guyland called the turn with king high, does not call the river bet. And as you can see, about a 2-1 advantage now for Guyland, who did start this heads up battle, 3-1 chip deficit. And again, as Nick's pointed out a couple of times, Guyland was our short stack coming in. So what an amazing turnaround for them. Both these players have guaranteed $6,100 plus whatever bounties they've already won. By the way, worth mentioning that Ocho Choo took home the $10,000 mystery bounty in the XL Autumn Rakeless Mystery Main this year.
Okay.
Yeah.
Nice. We were doing a lot of soup work, so didn't say well done to Sleepy the Old Fishing, 108th in the free roll. How many free rollers still remain? How many players left? And do we have anyone from chat still in the event? Free roll call.
Let's do it. Free roll call. We might
Anyone still in? I think it's under 100 players, so maybe not. Kodika, who won a ticket, is still in the free roll. Wow. 12 Pavlo is still in. Danielle is still in. Amazing. Happy Ray, do those emojis say that you're in, or are you just emojiing? Oh no, that you're emojiing to something else. Cindy Bear's in 30th. Let's go, Cindy.
Go, Cindy. Listen, on a day like today, We will be so appreciative if one of you or many of you can make a deep run.
If somebody gets to the final table, can we switch our coverage from this debacle?
Absolutely.
Can we do that thing they do in sports sometimes? They go, let's go live, and we go to the free roll final table. Can we do that?
Right. Like basically, you'd be watching like the Tennessee Titans play the Cleveland Browns and go, yes, this game sucks. We're going to go live.
Exactly.
To the Green Bay Packers. Right.
Exactly.
Yeah,
to Cindy Bear contesting the final table of the free roll.
I think that works. I don't think anybody would be upset about that.
So we've got about 5 of you left in the free roll. Well done. How many players are left overall? What are we down to? How long has this bad boy got left?
Are we in double digits yet?
I think we definitely are, yeah. Because Sleepy the Old went out in 109th a little while ago. How many players left in the free roll? 75.
Make it happen. Let's go. 5 left,
go.
75. That's great.
Find me a winner. Very exciting.
It really is. So heads up match here. We are back to about even. Ocho Chuchu versus Guylan. Noob Frost Mage says the free roll will be over before the heads up match. Almost definitely, my friend. Almost definitely.
It's actually, I feel like it's going to be close.
I mean, listen, I feel like our chat is very sophisticated. They're obviously very intelligent.
Very sophisticated and intelligent. I've always said it.
Right. Once the conversation started to go to Nick's steak, and that's not a euphemism, the steak that he makes, that should have been a clue that, okay, this is going on for a while.
We're in trouble.
Right.
Mayday.
Mayday.
Randy Integrity says next 5 soups. I think
the soup bit is over. We'll find the new bit.
End the soup bit. We do have Ontario Poker. We've got 2 more tickets to give away. So that's good. They're $109 tickets. They're huge tickets. And then we've got the Poker Wheel of Justice. If this final table ends, unclear whether that's going to happen.
It truly is. Oh, Fish Fart likes the spicy beef pho. Yeah. Can't go wrong with that. By the way, I was with you, though, when the first I saw the book, and I was like, 365. And then you start going through, and you're like, oh, wow. You know? And then I think when you start thinking of all the different cultures and ethnicities, and you're like, okay, all the different Thai soups and Vietnamese soups and, just English soups and all these, and you're like, okay, you can really throw anything in a pot.
I actually, do you know what? The more you've been talking, I might buy this for Mia.
Really? Okay.
Yeah, she makes soups. And at first I was like, that's a crazy amount. That's absolutely what you said. At first I was like, that's a crazy amount of soups. And now I'm like, it's just a treasure trove of ideas and deliciousness, isn't it? You know what, my friend? Many, many years ago, you mentioned to me the Alex Fitzgerald book. Yes. There's, by the way, I am like at least 70% certain that Nick gets royalties on the Alex Fitzgerald book. Okay, I do. He was the ghostwriter on it. No, I have no idea. But no, Nick loves that book. And if you're looking to become a better poker player, the Alex Fitzgerald book is probably one of Nick's, biggest recommendations. It's a great book. He sent it to me. I read it, and it really is great. I feel like I owe you one, and maybe I will buy Mia this book. You don't have to do that. I don't have to, but I feel like I should. But I mean, will it get here in time for Christmas? I mean, it's December 1st. I mean, that would be great. Okay, I'm just thinking about like, I will get amazing soups out of this. Yeah, it's such honesty. Guys, girls, if your significant other is a good cook, buying them a cookbook is seriously one of the greatest gifts you could give them. It's so brilliant. Okay. I like you thinking, David Tillman. Nick, what's your address? And I'll get it to you right away. I'm not telling you my address on the air. Oh, nobody's listening. It's okay. What's your address? I'm not telling you my address on the air. I will message you. Fair enough. AMA, everybody. If you have any questions for us, this is a good time to ask.
Ask.
Try and think of a question that isn't soup related. I know it's
Yeah.
going to be hard.
We're going to go up the soup now. No steak, no soup, no basket weaving, no fantasy football.
That's fair. Kathy would divorce her husband if he got me a cookbook as a gift.
That seems harsh. Why?
Well, who cooks in your family? Does he cook? In which case, you should get him the cookbook.
It's not the only gift winning, Kathy.
David, favorite wine from Fist to Fist.
Ah, that's good. I am way more of a red wine drinker than white wine. If I'm going to go white,
give us a type of red wine you enjoy.
Okay, listen, if I'm going to go with like a red wine, that's a staple for me. Ever since I've been to Mendoza, I was down in Argentina actually doing voice for some poker shows. And then I had I was lucky enough and fortunate enough to be able to travel around South America. I went to Mendoza, beautiful, beautiful town in Argentina. Highly recommend you go. It is the land of Malbec. That's kind of where Malbec is made and born, and in Mendoza. So Malbec's kind of I would say my go-to.
Very good.
Yeah, you?
I like Zinfandel, aka Primitivo, same wine, depending on which side of the Atlantic you are. And I like Cabernet Sauvignon.
Yeah, the Sauvignon is quite good.
Those are the two that I like.
You go the red Zin, right? Not white.
Yeah.
Yeah, of course. Okay.
I only drink white wine in an emergency.
I was going to say white wine is for like white wine is basically if you're like a 15-year-old, right?
Only in an emergency or if it's got bubbles in it.
Yeah. I mean, the people that drink like white wine spritzers, what is that all about? Explain. Actually, I'll ask you guys. I'm no judging. I'm not judging you. I am. But if you're in the chat and you like white wine spritzer, like, you know, what is that about? What do you like about it?
We got a straight on the turn, and now it's been squashed by a flush on the river. But it is a significant pot for Gillian. And while we've been talking, obviously the blinds have gone up.
Yeah.
So we've got more of a chance of impactful pots now, even though they're playing very passively. Keep your eye on the poker, David. Something might happen.
Okay. Something might happen. I'm excited about that.
Meanwhile, should we give away a ticket?
Sure. Let's do it. A keyword, or are we asking a question?
We're doing another keyword. I'm spacing them out. We're doing a keyword, then we'll do a question at the end. You'll need a question at the end to ask me.
I've got one.
We're doing another keyword. Lime, is the keyword ready, please? Just checking. If the keyword is ready, because she did set it up some time ago, I think. Is it ready? Lime, are you still? She is. It is. Here we go. In honor of the greatest segment of Magic Mondays in my living memory, the keyword is tuck tuck soup. It's like duck soup, but it's tuck tuck.
Tuck tuck soup. Okay, fair enough. I like it.
Is the keyword. Type in tuck tuck soup. You must be on Twitch to play. If you're on YouTube, you've got to come over to 888 Poker TV in order to enter this competition. $109 ticket out for grabs. All you have to do is write tuck tuck soup or copy and paste tuck tuck soup.
The amazing lime, the amazing lime rookie is on point today.
And every day.
Yeah, well, I mean, today even, I feel like, you know, her normal brilliant self has been even more brilliant today.
How do you think producer Wendy feels that like the longest show in recorded history is on her birthday?
Yeah, I'm like I'm 97% sure she's gone.
Right. Yeah.
She's just left. She's not here anymore.
That makes a lot of sense.
She just like pressed the button and she's out. She's having a drink, and she can somehow figure out a way to remotely turn it off when it's over. At least that's I would hope that's what she's doing.
I hope so too. We're really sorry, Wendy. I'd like to apologise to you on behalf of these players who do not wish to end the tournament
and clearly don't care about your
don't care about your birthday.
All right,
we care. Tuck Tuck Soup is your ticket to a ticket, $109 tournament ticket, huge prize as ever on Magic Mondays. One will be won when this draw happens, which will be quite soon. So write Tuck Tuck Soup in the Twitch chat. trips here, so obviously we're going to check 15 times. We do check 15 times. We're now losing, and we're going to call.
And by the way, Guyland now with a significant ship advantage. This is more than a 3-1 ship advantage. And Ocho Chuchu down to, under 15 big blinds. So this could be over in one hand. And I was about to ask a question, have we ever made it to the 4th hour?
Yeah, have we? That is a question.
Everybody in the chat, I don't know.
Chat has got much better memory than me and David.
No, yeah, listen, I barely remember what happened in the first hour of this show. We're 20 minutes away, and Ocho Chuchu has under 14 big blinds, so there's a significant chance it'll end before then.
Here we go, David.
Let's do it.
The winner. This is so rigged, given the content of the show. How is this not rigged? The winner is Stevie the chef.
That is brilliant.
That is amazing. It is unriggable because it's just a software program, but how does the software AI is getting very smart, isn't it?
Yeah.
Stevie the chef wins the soup edition of Magic Mondays.
Well done, Twitch AI. I like that. That was really well played. Stevie the chef, congratulations. Turn that $109 ticket into thousands. Good luck to you. I'm trying to think. I know we've had some long shows where it's like, an XL series, like a big main event, right?
I don't know if we've reached the 4th hour.
I don't think we have, certainly for like just a normal mystery bounty main, right?
Paul says we haven't.
Paul said no, right?
Look at this. Oh, it could be over now.
Well, it could be.
It isn't. 9 on the turn says Ocho Chocho. Wow.
Yeah, a lot of outs there. Guyland was ahead, and obviously if a 3 or an 8 had come off, they would have made the straight. But not to be, and suddenly it is Ocho Chuchu who is back in the chip lead.
Amazing. We battle once again in a conflict and struggle for the ages.
I'm actually surprised the way these two have played, and it's even right now. I'm actually surprised they are not talking deal. Maybe they're not aware that they can make a deal, but with the style that these two play, I'm surprised. There's we're talking about a $1,700 heads up match and the bounties. You could split up the $1,700 right now.
Yeah. And
then still play for the bounties and the title.
Yeah, absolutely.
And that I'm anti-deal. I know, obviously, you and I are stated our cases on this, but this is one of those times where I'd actually think a deal makes sense. It's literally tied 31 big blinds apiece.
Oh, good question. Mickey Graham says, for future reference, how do you make a deal on the app when you're in a game?
Are you going to answer it?
Yeah. Oh, I wasn't going to answer it. You click the make a deal icon.
Yeah, there is a make a deal icon. You click it, and then your hand goes up, and it's blue. If all the players in the game have the same, have blue, we stop, and then the deal parameters are given to you. Or you can negotiate, you can either make a deal or not make a deal, and it is indicated either by a green or red. If it's green, you've accepted the deal. If it's red, you say no deal for you, or no soup for you, as I like to say. 53 left in the free roll.
53. Getting to the business end. I think maybe the tournament will be done, seeing as how we're heads up with not many chips before the end of the free roll, but you never know. You never know.
I feel like it's like minus 140 to end.
Minus 140. Yeah.
This is a double gutter, by the way, for Ocho Chuchu. I don't know if they see it or not. They raise. Yeah. Sexy little play with the 5-3. A deuce or a 6. Mickey Graham says, my question just shows that I very rarely get heads up. Mickey, by the way, most people very rarely get heads up, so I wouldn't beat yourself up over that one.
Yeah, take this tournament, for example. There were 1,033 entries, so it's hard to get here.
Yeah. I mean, Ian Simpson plays it every single week with multiple entries, and he's made the final table
he's
like
been a
3
poker.
times, and he's
Yeah.
really good.
Yeah.
It is hard. So heads up here, and virtually even for Magic Monday, as we are now 2 hours and 40 minutes in. Cindy Bear says, which Alex Fitzgerald book do you recommend, Nick?
It's called Exploitable Play in Live Poker, but an awful lot of it also applies to online poker. And it's the best book to read if you are someone who is what I would call an improver, as in you're not a professional poker player. You're probably watching a show like this. You like playing poker and you want to get a bit better. He deconstructs some quite sort of potentially complicated topics and makes them incredibly simple and gives you some very clear ideas of how to play exploitable poker. And there's an awful lot, too much in my opinion, of solver chat and GTO chat in the world now, because most people that actually play poker are a million miles away from that being relevant to them. Whereas Alex's book is directly relevant to you when you play in your games. And I think it'll help you out a lot.
Yeah.
And I am not on commission.
I love it. Noob Frost Mage with some great information says that Ian Simpson fired 4 bullets into this event. He was out in 488th. NetJam follows that up, says, I was actually sitting next to Ian Simpson briefly, and he got knocked out holding ace-ace. Well, he's got to do a better job than with ace-ace.
Well, that's just terrible, isn't it? It's poor poker.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter how good you are. If you've got aces and all the money goes in.
I feel the one thing, and I'll follow up on that book, because like I said, you sent it to me and I read it. I feel like it's, as the game evolves, a lot of books become outdated very, very quickly. And because he kind of talks about theory a lot really, his book is still really, really appropriate.
Yes, I have a theory about that and about poker knowledge, which is there's 2 different speeds of evolution. One is the level of understanding professionals have about poker, and the other is the understanding non-professionals have about poker. And the understanding pros have about poker is completely, transformational compared to where it was 10 or 12 years ago. The level of knowledge and understanding that the bulk of poker players have is definitely better than it was 10 years ago, but it's not the same jump. So a lot of kind of core exploitable play, I'd call it, which is what Alex also calls it, exploitable versus GTO. All of those principles, which is a lot of what me and you talk about, are still what you're going to be best served by when you play poker at the weekend or on a Monday night or whatever.
Yeah, I wholeheartedly agree with that. I get the privilege to commentate on a lot of cash games that are about as far from GTO as possible.
Right.
And if you went in like playing just like perfectly GTO, well, first of all, you probably would not get invited back. But secondly, it's just, by definition, playing like game theory optimal is not exploitable.
Right.
But you definitely would not be optimizing your return by playing that way.
It's also incredibly hard.
Yeah,
It's incredibly hard to play close to, and no one can play exactly. It's incredibly hard to play balanced, as the pros would recommend you play. But then the good news is, it's not the most efficient strategy in most poker games. Because the most efficient strategy is to exploit the tendencies of your opponents. In doing so, you will be exploitable, but it doesn't matter. This is Alex's point, because your opponents are not playing a pro level game, a GTO optimal GTO game. So,
oh god, 2 hours and 43 minutes in, we have nothing to talk about. And now we've turned to poker. This is
turn to
terrible.
poker is bad.
I'm sorry. I apologize,
bad.
everybody.
It's bad. Yeah, no, the wheels have come off. The wheels will come off the show.
Yeah, more soup. Let's go.
We can do better.
Our apologies, everybody. And now it is Ocho Choo who's back in the chip lead. So this seesaw heads up battle continues. Johnny Watford says, "Are we all just here primarily for Nick's English accent, or what?" That's why I'm here.
Come for the English accent. Stay for the soup chat.
Yeah, I mean, of course.
Obviously, stay for the soup chat and the spinning wheel at the end. Not a joke.
I mean, I would assume a lot of you are from the UK, and you probably wouldn't be all that enthralled by Nick's accent. Or maybe you are still. It's that good that even British people like your accent.
It's tough to keep it up for 3 hours. Like when this finally finishes and I go back into my native South African, I'll be much more relaxed.
I love South African accents.
Do you?
I do.
God. Nobody loves South African accents.
I do.
Do you?
I like that and yellow gazpacho, okay? I'm a unicorn.
You are certainly. The chip stacks are even.
Deal.
Again.
Make a deal.
Make a deal.
Make a deal.
Please.
Oh, there you go. Johnny Watford says, "Since I moved out to Gibraltar, I don't hear it enough. So thank you, Nick." Oh, there you go.
Nice.
Good news, Johnny. All these shows have been recorded and archived on the 888 Poker Twitch channel. So you can listen. You can listen to endless Nick Wealthall. I mean, just
featuring my voice. Imagine that.
I mean, you can wake up to Nick Wealthall. You could go to sleep to Nick Wealthall.
This is getting very strange.
Yeah,
I can tell we've been on air for nearly 3 hours. So I was really excited to book an early showing of the new Avatar film this Christmas. Which I have done because I do think they're amazing in the cinema. And then I saw the runtime is like it's something like 3 hours, 10 minutes.
That's stupid.
It's stupid.
Well, the dumb thing also is it's Avatar, and it's like, is it the third one or the fourth one? Which one is this?
Third one.
So it's the third Avatar. Like, how self-important are you to think that movie needs a 3 hour? You know what I mean? We're not talking about like groundbreaking cinema here, right? I mean, it's Avatar, you know? I
mean, it looks awesome, but you know.
No, I know, but it's the third Avatar.
You definitely don't need 3 hours.
Like, what story? What story? I mean, I have no idea what it's about, right? But okay, things are going well with the blue people. Okay, then somebody tries to like infiltrate their land. They have to fight. And then it looks like it's really things are dire. It looks like it's all going to fall apart, and then somebody has to come out of nowhere to save the day for the blue people.
The thing is, it's James Cameron, so like the third act will be, even though it's going to be long, the third act will be the best stuff you've seen like in years. Anyway, we've got to give away another ticket. I nearly forgot.
Oh.
We've got to give away another ticket. This is going to be Nick Thinks. So you need a question for me. I don't know if you had one like maybe 2 hours ago and you've forgotten it, because now you have to think of another one.
I have no idea what I was going to ask you. I mean, it's like It's completely out of my head.
Okay, this is a problem.
No. I've got one for you. You ready?
Amazing. Yeah, very quickly on the rules. Only one ticket this time, so the closest wins. You can type your answer in YouTube chat or Twitch chat. Only one answer per player. You're trying to guess what I think the answer is. What do I think the answer is? What is the question, David?
Well, Nick, you and I go way back. We've commentated on a lot. You know, we've had many conversations about just completely ridiculous, nothing banter, from soup to wherever our conversations have taken us. We go back many years, even pre-888. My question for you is a very simple one. How many times, this is all the live shows, online shows, all these, how many shows have you and I done together?
At the same time, very important.
At the same time, yes.
We did one show for years, not together.
Right, not that, although we did some together.
So how many times have we done a show together of any
How many
kind?
times have we done a show together? And I will tell you, the very first show we did, I want to say, was Deauville.
Oh, was it?
I believe so.
Good
I
memory
believe
by
the
you.
very,
Is
very
that-
first
is that where I
show.
met you.
I think so. I think the very first show you and I ever did was probably somewhere about 18 years ago, 19 years ago, somewhere like that, in Deauville.
That's very classy, isn't it?
We've
It's a
done
very
many
classy-
online shows through the years, and obviously we got back together with 888 many years ago. How many shows does Nick think he
David.
and I have done together over the years?
May it never end. I can't see it ever ending anytime soon. So we've done. Okay. Get my pen. Watch the poker in case something happens.
I will
Unlikely.
watch the poker. No, I mean, this is going to end at some point, right?
Yeah, it has to. Eventually, they'll have one big blind each, and they'll be forced to put in a big blind, so it'll end. Okay.
How many shows have we done together?
Yeah.
Through the years. I've given you some hints. I mean, the first show we ever did was 18 years ago.
Yeah, well, I've counted that one.
Got that one? Okay. Happy Ray says, he's proper working it out. Love it. We do this. We take this seriously, guys.
It's serious.
We try to
How do you
get
do
the
it?
answer right. I mean, it's math. It's okay, Deauville. We used to do this. We used to do those Sunday highlight shows together. Okay, check.
Is one stream a show or is one event a show?
No, the people have already answered. This is your interpretation. It's your interpretation. At this point,
that makes a big difference.
it does. It does. But at this point,
Yeah.
I mean, there were some, back in the day, like the scoops and the W coops and those kind of things. We've done those. It's been a long road.
The road is long.
That's beautiful.
Thank you. God.
Runner. Oh my gosh, it could be over here. I mean,
Oh
look at
wow,
this.
it could.
Well, it can't be because
It must be over.
Well, no, the short stack actually has more chip. As the short stack has the hand. Wait,
Also, Ocho's not putting it all in without the actual nuts, and they're right.
but I think Ocho bet, and Guyland just called.
No, Guyland raised and Ocho called. I'm pretty sure
It was
And that's
okay. Maybe somebody can help me out there. Was that a bet and a call, or was that a bet, a raise, and a call? Because it was a flop straight versus runner flush, and somehow the chips didn't all go in. He did raise. Okay, he raised a little bit. Thank you, Johnny Watford. It's kind of amazing when you think about it. You flop the straight. The other person makes runner flush, and somehow you did not get a full double up. It was a bet and a small raise, and then just a call. Okay, fair enough. Very exciting news. We are back to even.
Woohoo! Let's go.
Make a deal, folks. We are going to close the betting soon. Close the betting. Close the contest soon. So get your guests in. We have one more ticket to give away here, and then two more to give away at the end of the show. And somehow, we're just 2 minutes away from the third break and the fourth hour.
The historic fourth hour. Since records began,
Yeah,
we've never made the fourth hour.
I don't think we have.
Well, 2 or 3 people in chat said they couldn't remember us making the fourth hour. I can't remember us making it.
And I feel kind of like now I feel awkward because I said that if we make the fourth hour, I'm taking 2026 off. I hope I'm not held to that.
Jesus, that would be brutal, but you did say it.
I did say it. We'll see. Hopefully.
Moss Shark with the euphemism. I took my dogs on a walk and just came back. Yeah. Yeah, I hear you. It's that time of night. Randy Integrity says next 5 soups if we go to another break.
I mean, there's not many chips in play. Remember that tournament we covered in London for 8 at 8 when they were heads up for so many hours? And at one point, I kid you not, people, there were like 16 big blinds in play total.
Yeah, it was crazy. It was absolutely crazy. I think there were about 14, 15 big blinds in play.
Like it was like limp, tap the table, check, 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 turn the hand over.
So there's a rule in boxing that it's at the referee's discretion that if the two boxers aren't making a fight, they can warn them and then disqualify either or both of them if they don't. Do you know what I mean? If they're just going around the ring and they're not actually throwing any punches. The same should apply to poker in the heads up.
I think that's a brilliant idea. Ocho, get a bluff here.
David, 20.
Look at that. The bluff with 8 high, the call with queen high.
Yeah, that's a nice call by Jan. 26 left in the free roll. So this is a good race between the free roll and the final table.
Does the free roll get a break when we get a break?
Yes, I believe the breaks are synchronized.
Okay. Well, they're going on break. We're going on break. Back in 5.
The more I learn about the game, the more I realize how I underestimated how important position really is. Position in poker determines whether you're first or second to act. So at the table, the first few positions are an early position, under the gun, +1 or 2, depending on how big the table is. And then it becomes middle position, so hijack, cutoff, button. And then you have the blinds, small blind and big blind. When I first started playing poker, I was more interested in whether my hand was good or bad. And the flop was good or bad for my hand. Did I make the nuts? Did I not? Should I bluff? Whatever. I didn't really think that much about position. I knew it was something. People told me it was important, but I never really figured out why it was important. And these days, I realize that it is largely determining how big of a pot I can win and potentially lose. Playing out of position, it's harder to get value and it's harder to bluff effectively. And those are two pretty important tenets of the game of poker. When you think about playing a big pot in poker, you think about, I'm gonna have to bet before the flop, on the turn, on the river, right? You have a really good hand, you wanna make all those bets. When you're in position, you're last to act and will always get the chance to reopen the betting action. But when you're out of position, often you're gonna be checking your opponent, and that means that sometimes you get to the river and you'll be wanting to put another bet, but you're gonna check and hope to trap or let them bet, and they'll just check back and you won't get your value. And so if you think about it, when you get to the river of a decent sized pot, the pot's gonna be a lot bigger if you have the chance to bet in position versus when you're checking out of position. So at times you're gonna have to play out of position, and there are some things you can do to change your game to make it more profitable for you. One of them is to start with a tighter range. Because it's harder to bluff effectively and get value, you just want to start with a tighter range, give you a better chance to win the pot and then win bigger pots. Other things you can do post-flop would be either to check raise an opponent more often who bets too much, or if they bluff too much, you want to check call them and trap them with your strong hands. One of the most important ways I think 3-betting changes when you're out of position is the sizing of the 3-bet. A lot of players size their 3-bets the same whether they're in position or out, and you want to give your opponent a better price when you're in position and a worse when you're out of position because, as I said earlier, harder to get value, harder to bluff, and so you want to charge them more right now when you're out of position. If we're talking about overall, what's the biggest mistake people make out of position? It's playing too many hands. If you're playing too many hands, you'll say, oh, I'm getting a good price, and maybe you are right now, but the hand doesn't end right now when you call out of the big blind, or even worse, out of the small blind. You still have to deal with a flop, a turn, and a river. Those bets can be a lot, and should be a lot larger than what you just called. And yes, you're getting a good price right now, but what happens in the river when you're playing a 100 big blind pot with a mediocre hand? There are obviously a lot of tools you could use to get better at playing either in position or out of position, but I think one of the most important is just experience. And out of position for a lot of players is like other spots for them where they feel uncomfortable. And a lot of players, when they feel uncomfortable, they don't want to think about the spot, they don't want to study the spot, they just want to move on and go to the spots where they're more comfortable. But it's actually those situations where you don't exactly know what to do or where you can experience the most growth in your game and are some of the most important to pay attention to. So don't be afraid to get in the mix, play out of position, maybe make some mistakes and learn from them.
There was a point though, like 2010, you made a deep run in the main event. Like mid 2000s, you win an Aria super high roller. There was a point where it looked like you might be the next great tournament guy.
Well, I think that might just be a little overstated.
Okay, maybe a little. Maybe like there was a short-term variance, but I'm saying there was a point there where it looked like you were at least taking it seriously, and maybe this was the path you were going to take.
I was never all in on tournaments, but obviously I was very fortunate, but I had a lot of early success, not even early, 10 years in, whatever. I had a lot of success, but I think it was just a byproduct of the time.
Okay.
Like, I also had a lot of very close misses. I think I have like 11 or 13 WSOP final tables. I've never finished better than third, so it's like...
a lot of variance there.
Everything, it's just, back then we were very ignorant to it, so you put a run together over the course of a couple of years, and it's like, of course you're the next hot name and you're going to be the guy who does it. But I just always kind of went back to what I knew I was winning for sure at, which was cash. Tournaments were kind of supplementing that. It's like, oh, I ripped off another 500K score. I guess that means I get to take a bigger piece of myself now playing in this private game that Ivy's route.
Right.
Which seemed like it had way, way higher potential and a much larger ceiling available than chasing down these high rollers, which I feel so fortunate I didn't fall down that path, because those guys get all the glory and they deserve every fucking bit of it, because what they do is a hellacious task. I wouldn't wish it upon anybody. They are so studied and they work so fucking hard, and they do it all for like 10 to 12% ROI on 5 or 6 million a year.
People have said this, by the way, and I feel like you've probably said this on one of your 719 podcasts.
Sure.
Where if you can be successful in that realm,
Yeah.
then you can probably be far more successful in so many other realms.
You could run a country, you could do whatever you want. Like,
Be a CEO of a company.
yeah, absolutely. They're leaving so much money on the table for the love of the game and the chase and thrill of the competition. And I don't blame them one bit. And I can't sing their praises enough, because I truly admire how hard they work and everything they do. But I also know that like their hourly is like 10% or 20%.
We're still here. That's right, everybody. We are still here. Magic Monday continues. We are in uncharted territory. I do not believe we've ever made it to a fourth break in a normal mystery bounty main event. Maybe we have in one of those bigger shows. I don't think we have in this one.
No one knows what will happen, David. This is wild.
Nick Wealthall, I am David Chuckman. Thank you so much for sticking with us. Thank you so much for being here. We'll reward you. We still have one more $109 ticket to give away and two more at the end of the show. So 3 in total, plus a free roll to follow. How's that getting on, by the way? How many players are left in the free roll, everybody?
Interesting hand here on the...
Ooh.
Oh, wow. Just gets raised off it.
Interesting. No, it's not.
No, it's not.
Who's still in is anybody in the free roll?
Do we have anyone left? We're probably down to about 30 players or something.
Leo Geiger says this feels like a live event coverage. Yeah, I know, for sure. This would be the point where they would bring in, like, Viv would come in, right? Come on in, Viv.
We need to you're right. We need a guest. 25 left in the free roll. Anyone from the chat?
Is anybody left with 25 left? That would be amazing.
It would be amazing. Let it be so.
King High versus Queen High. Not a lot of chips in play. And as you can see, Ocho with more than a 2-to-1 chip advantage. So, I mean, the chips could go in at any point. Will they? Who knows? But they could.
They must do at some point.
You would imagine so. I mean, we had a straight versus a backdoor flush, and they did not get it all in.
No.
So, BBB Brent says 25 people probably have left the chat. I understand. I mean, for some people, they did not, allot this much time.
Exactly.
Maybe they told their significant other, like, hey, on Mondays, I need 2 hours because I love Nick, I love Tuck, I love Lime, and I love Magic Monday. So, and their significant other's fine. You've got 2 hours. We're in hour 4. I understand it, guys.
That's right. People have lives to live.
Right. I mean, I get it.
So wait, we don't have anyone from the chat still in the free roll, unfortunately.
It doesn't look like that.
Oh. Cindy Bear, no, she was in. A few others were in. We had 5 of you. I know we did. Well, I'm sad.
Johnny Watford says, my wife is still waiting for me to make dinner. Poor wife is wasting away while we babble on. Sleepy's on to his 3rd bottle of wine.
Nice, Sleepy. Solid commitment.
Leo Gyek says his wife came and then left and then came back and then left again, and he's still watching. I think that's right.
Cindy Bear's still in the apparent New Frost Mage says Cindy Bear is still in the free roll. Very exciting. Let's go, Cindy Bear.
She's so locked in, she doesn't want to be in the chat. I get it. I totally understand. She's locked in. What place is she in?
Trying to become a free roll legend. We've had several winners of the free roll.
Jock Matouche says my wife started sleeping. Yeah, I get it. I get it. 4th diamond out there. Okay, so she's currently 25th out of 25. So she's going to have to come
right where she wants them. Very
That's
good
right.
tactics. They'll never see it coming.
Everybody, rally cap. Let's go. We need rally caps on. Let's go, Cindy Bear. Make it happen.
Let's go, Cindy.
If she makes the final table, and we're still on, we are going to the. I am telling you right now, we are. Okay, cutting over to the free roll.
We definitely are.
Straight
Okay,
draw.
but nobody's betting. They're just auto checking.
Yeah, nobody likes to put chips in the pot.
But they're not even thinking. They're not even thinking about it. I mean, your head's
Yeah.
up.
Yeah, I don't think they realize that like a pair, especially on a board as wet as that, flopping a pair is really good. Like you only flop a pair 1 in 3 times.
The other thing, and this is the same as that one in London that started to make me frustrated, was every pot is worth winning when there's only 30-something big blinds in play. Like a 4 big blind pot is important.
Yeah.
You know?
Well, and you see that last one there, it was, Guylan had a pair of 7s, and Ocho actually had ace high with a straight draw. You could have gotten some value. Absolutely.
Yeah. For sure. But these two are playing poker the way they think is best, and they've reached the heads up, and we haven't.
Yeah. Hey, listen, that's the magic behind it. If you get into this situation, you play it the way you want to play it. I will tell you, listen, I would rather go down playing the way I want to play than playing it by like, oh, this is how I should play it, so to speak. Trip sixes.
Definitely. And that's part of poker. Poker is total freedom. This is why I don't, we're commentators and we make some jokes and sometimes make critiques as well. But one of the joys of poker is that you can make any decision you want. No limit hold'em. You can do what you like.
Yeah.
So it's worked for these two. Gillian now needs help.
Yeah.
With our life support levels.
The chips have to go in here, right? I mean, yeah, they go in.
They do. This could be it.
Ace high versus king, queen. King or a queen on the river. It's not going to happen in the ace high
it's
holds.
over.
I can't believe it.
It's happened, David. The poker tournament has ended.
I thought there was a chance that this would go on for eternity. I thought maybe I had died, and this was my hell.
Then this was it. Or heaven. Yeah. Or heaven.
Or heaven. Sure. There you go. I mentioned the 2 big bounties, and look at that. So this heads-up match was worth even more. Ocho Choo-Choo, 8 trains, takes home a pile of money. He's going to need all 8 trains for that money. Gillen, or Guylan, however you want to say it, they finished in 2nd place. What a great tournament for them as they came into this final table last in chips. And they end up turning that into like $6,500. And Ocho Choo-Choo, with the bounties, with all of it, you're looking at about a $9,500 day. So well done to the Ocho man. That's going to do it for us, guys. Wow, what a final table.
What a final table. The longest we've ever had. Well done for the stamina of the players involved. They battled through over 1,000 players and then an incredibly long final table. Gillian from a short stack. 8 trains, which is a great brand name, by the way. I don't think that's what they were going for, but they should adopt it. 8 Train's a worthy winner. We've got business to take care of, David Tutman. Even though it's late, we cannot get out of here until we've given away some more tickets.
I've got to see if I have. Yeah, I don't know if I have enough energy to do it, but I am going to try to get this going.
It's not happening yet, so you can use the next 2 minutes to rev up to it, because we've got to give away the ticket for our last London Thinks.
Oh, right. I asked you a question.
You did.
Yeah. Somebody in the chat just said we have all visibly aged. Pedro said, since the start of the show. I agree. I think that's true. I asked you over the last, decade plus, almost 2 decades, you and I have worked a lot together.
Yes.
Obviously, it's been a lot of fun.
Yes.
How many times? How many times? Go.
I worked it all out, but no one wants to hear my workings. It's gone on too long.
No, just tell us why, the number.
But we've done live events that aren't this company. We've done a lot of streams this company, a lot of live events. I did total them all up, and the answer is 305 times. I counted each stream as a different time we've worked together. So an event with 4 streams was 4, and it comes to 305 times we've worked together.
Wow. I have enjoyed all but 3 of them, by the way.
That's a very good ratio.
Yeah. I'm not going to tell you which 3, but all but 3 of them I have really, really enjoyed. So thank you. Who's won? I mean, if you said 300 or so, you might have just won. It looks like our winner, by the way, is Cat LW1, who said 312. Just
nice.
7 off.
Nice guess. Well done, Cattle.
Yeah, that one. Cat LW1, you just won a $109 ticket. Let Lime Ricky get you that ticket and turn it into thousands. And with that, we have our Wheel of Justice. Have you been naughty? Have you been nice? Are you on the wheel?
I've been nice, but I'm not on the wheel. 2 winners. Each ticket's $109. Spin the wheel. You must be here to win. And we've been going on so long that the chances of people being here are quite slim. Look at that magnificent bastard. How fast he turns. It only lands on people that have been good. You're kidding.
That's amazing.
That's amazing. The free roll longest lasting player has now won a ticket. Cindy Bear, is your night.
I feel like Cindy Bear deserves this for her effort in the free roll. It's like almost like you get rewarded. That's amazing. Well done, you.
It isn't. We can't rig it. We don't have that capacity. Apparently, it literally the website or the account has become self-aware because it's Stevie the Chef and Cindy Bear. It's just theming the winners. We got one more to find. Let's respin the wheel.
Congratulations, Gedemonis.
It was Gedemonis. Everyone's going to be crossed that they stayed here.
No, it's Bougie.
Bougie
202. It's pretty amazing, by the way, considering many people have left, that we have people that are here. Yes. Bougie is.
They haven't even realized yet.
No, they're busy congratulating Cindy Bear first.
Bougie, you've won a ticket. Well done. Thank you so much, everybody, for sticking with the stream for this long, much longer than usual. We really appreciate your support.
Yeah, we'll be back next week, everybody, December 8th. By the way, which is my birthday.
Is it really? Or you just...
No, it's really my birthday.
So happy birthday, Wendy, the producer today, and everyone bring their birthday streamers for David Tuckman's birthday next Monday.
Yeah, I will be wearing my birthday suit next week, everybody. Make sure you tune in next Monday. Bye-bye, guys.
Bye-bye.